7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
You'll never have the sacred stone.
Oh, this you crazy mother.
He has a lot of problems.
Struggle to be top 5 in points at the end of the season.
Wow.
You bleach your hair, you're a sellout.
Yo, what is up, everyone? Welcome back to the Moto Aftermath Show. This is episode number 315. I'm your host, Travis. Welcome into the TLR Coatings studio. We're back after a couple-week break here. It has been a lovely, lovely break, and what I mean by that is I have been working my absolute tail off in the powder coating shop here, which is why you guys really haven't seen much or heard much out of me. I do apologize to all of our members who are watching here, record this live right now. The Thirsty Thursday, I thought about that at about 9:30 as I was still coating to get ready for a big car show we did this weekend. So that didn't happen. I'm actually, after we record this show, I'm going to record a race reaction show to put up here for the next 48 hours before this show actually comes out to the general public. So look for that. But it has been a very, very busy week, couple of weeks with the shop. It's been a super busy weekend. I was in a parking lot underneath an Easy Up all day, Friday and Saturday. Today I was trying to catch up on yard work because we leave for a week-long camping trip on Thursday. So it's been a lot, but I appreciate y'all sticking with us. I appreciate y'all being here in studio with me today. He's back for his singular outdoor appearance because, much like Chase Sexton, he's just been banged up, so he hasn't been able to be here. It is the original co-host, Mr. Justin. Hey, bud.
How's it going, pal?
Well, you know, it's good to see you. It's good to have you back.
Haven't been on the show since the last round of Supercross.
Yeah, I know, man. Like I said, just banged up.
Just banged up. Just not making the kind of money that Chase is making,
You
though.
crashed in that last round of Supercross, and you just were like, man, I'm banged up. I'll see y'all after Ironman.
Look, man, I told you. I was like, maybe I'll pull a Cooper Webb, just like, you know what? I'm going to take summer off.
Then you might be banged up after this for the next few weeks, and then we'll see you for playoffs.
Yeah.
So anyway, over in the corner here producing the show, you can't see him, you can't hear him, but Seth is here also. So I'm alive. He's alive. He's here. So welcome in to all our members here who are watching it live. If you guys want to watch us record the show live, you want to get some other bonus material, make sure to... Why is this not working? Make sure to hit the members area there. I have some bonus material ideas. Me and Seth are constantly in talks here of things to do. So we're going to try to do some more stuff outside of the normal. On board with us here, show still presented. Oh, I don't even have it on the table. Oh, yeah, I do. Oh, phew. We got a little bottle. Oh, this is the Rev X high performance oil treatment for your car, truck, SUV. Rev X Products here presenting the show. We're still on this camera, right? We're on this one now? I'm looking at the wrong one. Whatever.
I could set it up where you guys can see it up there.
That might be helpful.
You have just a single HDMI cable?
Nope. Not at all. I think there's one in the bag behind you. Anyway, Rev X Products presenting the show. Their max power additive there, which I have been currently putting in all the bikes we've been riding because I've been slowly piecing together bikes with upgrades or piecing them back together, period. So all your single-cylinder, 4-stroke motorcycles, that stuff will go in. Helps it run cooler, longer, better. So make sure to check them out. There's going to be links in the description for all these sponsors down below. Gutterworks going to be on board with us with our 450 race recap. We've got Complete Racing Solutions bringing you our halftime report. We got our Holster Co. Reload rant. We're in the TLR Coatings studios, and we'll do a little TLR tinfoil hat during the halftime segment there.
I have a rant, too.
You have a rant, too?
Ooh. A rant. You'll probably think
Me too.
It's probably an unexpected rant, but it's a rant.
Is it not about the moto industry? Because mine is not about
No,
the
this was
moto
about
industry.
actually what happened yesterday.
Okay, because mine is not about the moto
Oh,
industry.
no, this is about a situation that happened yesterday.
Okay, we'll talk about that. Flo Racing, going to bring you a 250 race recap. We won't have a Rev X segment because Cole's not with us, and I am slacking and forgot to text him about that. We've got our NANO XTREME painful take, because Justin's here, and Justin's always got a fucking painful take at some point, so I'm sure we're going to get a NANO XTREME painful take. And then Eric is at a mountain bike race again today, so no Eric Grondal presented by Alias MX, and I want to thank Adept Creative Co. for being on board too with all of our graphics needs. Now, with that being said, where's my plug?
Never fails, bro. Never fails.
We are gonna fire right off here. Yep, that's a.
Ugh.
Yeah, you hear that? It buzzes until I plug it in. It's crazy.
Sounded like
Now,
death.
Hopefully that's turned up enough there. We are going to try to give old Kevin Moran's a call here because Kev raced yesterday. So we'll see if he answers. Holy shit.
monkey.
I got it. There we go.
That was terrible.
You may have to turn that down over there. Okay, thank you. There we go. That's much better. I don't know if he'll answer. I didn't talk to him either. Show's starting off on a really good note here.
I don't think so.
I don't think so either. All right, well, I'm over that. We tried. Kevin Moran's not on the show today.
I'm taking these out.
Yeah, me too. It's hot in here. All right. Well, with that being said, let's see here. I'm really trying to get this live show up here on my thing, but it's not allowing me to see it, so whatever. It's fine. Don't worry. I'll figure.
Sit the hell down.
Yeah, sit down, kid. Sit down, kid. You just keep monitoring the sound and stuff over there. Make sure it's all going well. All right. So you haven't been in studio for a long fucking time, dude.
Since May.
Since May. A long time.
Yep.
Screw it. I guess I'm not watching the feed. Fuck it.
Were you going somewhere with that, though?
No, I don't know, dude. I'm all over the place. We haven't done a show in so long either. It's unreal. So let's start with the track changes. What did you think of them?
I mean, the section before going into the woods after the, it's funny because now everybody just deems it as the Deegan section from what happened when he almost went to Indonesia his rookie year. Like that, like the way it flowed into the woods and going into the rollers, making that little hip. Like, I liked those. But overall, I mean, I'm kind of here nor there on them. We all know why they did them, to bring more fans in. We got to get under a 2-minute zone. Like, that is a big thing for the MXGPs and especially MX of Nations. So I'm kind of indifferent on it. Like, I'm not going to say I hated them, but I'm not going to say I like them. But I also, in the same sense, I understand it. There are some people that are super pissed about the Godzilla thing.
There's lots of pissed off riders.
But it's like, dude, it's
about
like,
a lot of it.
But it's like, here's the thing is that, like, okay, I understand you being pissed off, but would you rather, you know, those changes go away and be able to have the MX, because that's also a big thing. I don't think a lot of people realize this. Like, they had to make those changes to be able to hold the race, and they also want to bring in more spectators. If they didn't, that is also a big thing. So it's like, do you want to bitch about the track changes and possibly not get an MX of Nations race, or do you want to suck it up and get an MX of Nations race?
Fuck the MX of Nations.
Yeah, I don't feel the same way, and a lot of other people don't do.
But I know. You core guys don't. The rest of us see it for what it is. You core guys have this fucking mythological Santa Claus view of it. That's the way it works. No, that's the way it works.
I mean, riders do. Riders feel the same way, so. Because they
About
continue.
what?
The fact that it's a big deal, because if they didn't, they wouldn't continue to go, so.
What's a big deal about it?
Going to the race, representing your country, because if not, your boy Jet Lawrence would be like, deuces, I don't want to do it.
Does it produce a whole lot more money for anybody? Does it produce any more money for anybody?
For
Other
Luongo,
than
it does.
Exactly.
No.
Exactly.
But here's the thing, though, is guys, if it really wasn't that big of a deal over here, we would people wouldn't continue to have it, but they want to hold it.
Look, we're gonna get into this in the halftime report because there's a lot to talk about with the GPs and shit like that, and silly seasons with them. Mm-hmm. But in the infamous words of Ian Harrison in a post-race interview I heard with, I believe it was Steve. Mm-hmm. You know, it's weird. We go over and race a GP race or whatever, and we don't change their tracks. We don't change their rules. We go over and abide by their rules. They come over here, they change the track, they change the sound rules, they change the fuel rules, they change all the rules for us. But when we go there, we just race under their rules. It's weird how that works.
I hate to break it to you, Ian, though. You're smarter than that. It's their race. That's going to happen. They don't care if it's in your country or not.
The only
reason
that race exists is because we go.
Yeah, I'm gonna beg to differ on that. I think Australia would.
Nope.
I think Australia would.
We watched this happen. What year was it we didn't go there?
That was after COVID.
Okay.
So that was after
We didn't
COVID.
go. How was the attendance?
It was, well, they also had restrictions.
Shit.
They had restrictions.
It was shit.
It was restrictions.
Doesn't
though.
matter.
Yeah, it
they
does.
go to see the Americans.
Yeah. Well,
They
I mean,
go to see the Americans.
well, now they're going to see the Australians.
They go to see the American riders.
Yeah, I got to beg to differ on that. Because you can say that all you want, and that's fine, and, like, it is what it is. But the thing is that if it didn't matter to people, the race wouldn't exist, and it continues to exist. So it just reaffirms my point that it's still a big deal to people. Because the moment that it stops happening, I will agree with you. But the moment that it doesn't, I'm never going to agree with you. Because if it wasn't a big deal, we wouldn't have this race. And your boy Jet Lawrence, if it wasn't a big deal, he wouldn't go. But he wants to go. And he's going this year. So,
Yeah.
yeah. So
it's a big deal because they haven't won it.
They
at
won it
all,
last
period.
year. They won it
Okay,
last
yeah,
year.
They've won it once. Yes,
Yeah.
they have. So
Yep.
so it's a big deal. And now they're like, oh, cool, we'll defend it. Let them win 3 or 4 in a row. I bet they don't go.
Eli Tomac's going this year.
I bet they don't go.
Eli Tomac's going this year. He's been on a bunch of teams.
It's ironic that we'll get to this because we need to talk about that whole team selection thing
I
too.
just can't agree with it until it ceases to exist. I can't agree with you. I can't agree with you because it happens every year. So whether we're there or not, because we didn't go in 2001 after September 11th, still had a fuck ton of people go, and it was a big deal then. Until that race does not happen, you can't say that it's not a big deal because it's happening. If it's not happening, then you are 100% correct. But until that happens, apparently it's a big enough deal to hold it. That's all I have to say.
I mean, Disney World attendance is down by like double-digit numbers, even though they are not admitting it.
And people still go.
I mean, I understand, but what I'm saying is like, and again, it still exists.
Yeah.
The race could still exist, but
The moment that big names don't go to it, then you have a point. But until big names on either side of the pond go to it, still always going to be a big deal. Because every other big name, you know who's actually going this year? Slovenia. Slovenia has never taken part in a MX of Nations in America when it has been here. That means Tim Geiser's going to be there.
yep. So Slovenia is going because Timmy G is like, yeah, dude, let's fucking go.
Exactly. So they're going because he
Weren't
wants
they
to
there
go.
last year? Tim G beat.
No,
Jack.
he was there. He's never gone. Slovenia has never gone to an MX of Nations in America.
Oh,
Because he wasn't here in 2022.
Understand.
Yeah. So yes, they've
Understand.
gone every year when they've had the money. They have never gone in America. But Timmy G made a stink. Hey, I want to go. This is a big deal. Everybody's going to be there. Let's fucking go. So they're gonna like, well, okay, we'll figure out a way to make it happen.
Look, man, the way they redid the Godzilla jump, lame. The way they redid coming down the downhill, much safer, but lame.
Yeah.
That wood section, 0 riders like that wood section at all.
Well, that was there last year.
I mean,
too.
I understand, yeah, but I'm just saying, 0 guys like that. The only thing everybody was okay with was that new section where you came out of the back there, the back tunnel.
Yeah, I personally liked it how it was the first few years that I was there. The very first year,
Even we had like a 2-minute and 40-second lap time.
yeah, I
and
thought it was
fucking
great.
awesome.
I thought it was great.
Oh, yeah.
yeah, it's the same thing. I mean, I could say that like, this is going to be like, taboo to say this, but I could say that I don't like the new version of Redbud. I like it going back to how it was for a long time ago.
Yeah. What do you mean by the start, or
No, the start, I really don't give a shit. I understand why we don't do the left-handed, like it's a 45 degree. Yeah, I don't. But I'm talking about in the valley. We don't use enough of the valley that we could.
No, you're
Like,
right. You're right.
Yeah.
I fully agree with you.
Well,
on
we were
that.
having this conversation how it was where the rollers are. I know we started going back in the middle. Go back to the old days.
Yeah.
Like,
There was 4 lanes in there.
Yeah,
5
like,
lanes, whatever it was.
I understand, like, it's Redbud, but, dude, we live in Michigan. I think this new track design isn't the best.
That's another one of like, we changed the leap for fucking destinations.
Yeah.
Gay.
And now we just make it to the point that we just keep
Yay.
pushing the corner further and further into the pocket.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's a conversation. There's a lot of different conversations you could have with that. But, I mean, look, I'm not going to say I dislike it. I'm not going to say I like it. But I also understand why they're doing it. So it's just
You know what
kinda-
I'd be really curious to know? Really, really curious to know.
Mm-hmm.
Because now, I believe, like, first destinations in 2018 there that we had, right? First one in 11 years or whatever. I believe there was a ton of people made that pilgrimage there as far as Americans. Okay?
Yeah.
I'd really like to know, like, Crawfordsville this year. How many Americans go there versus how many went to, like, Redbud 2018? Because I believe even when we got to 2022, was it 22?
22.
22 that we had at Redbud again, I believe there were less people that went.
Yeah.
Even, like, we went, but there was not hype like the first time.
But you know 2 reasons why this year it could be packed again is because it's going to be Eli, let's be real, it's going to be Eli Tomac's last one ever.
Yeah.
But then there's also the one who decided to finally go, and that's Hayden Deegan. And let's be real.
Yeah, that's true.
I hate saying this, but it's factual. We could have just had Hayden be there
Yeah.
no matter what, and then like Jay Coop and RJ show up, but because of Hayden being there, it's going to be a big deal to everybody.
Yeah. I could see that, too.
I mean, I even think you're going to get a lot of European fans that have never seen Hayden Deegan ride in person,
Yeah.
and they're going to go because of the fact that Hayden's there. And it's also going to be the last ever time you're going to see. Well, I mean, I guess in Supercross, last ever time you're going to see him ride on a 250 in an outdoor track.
Are you going, or are we still on the same page of we're not going if it's going to rain?
Honestly, man, I have a big trip planned in January that I need to limit.
Oh, where are you going?
I'm going to the Philippines.
Oh, look at you going back to your home of Korea. It's fucking so cool, dude.
Right now, I'm planning on going to the Philippines. So I also St. Louis might be a little. I gotta figure out my time off of work and taking times off because I'm gonna be over there for like 15 days. So, yeah, that's important to me. And as you know, as much as I'd like to go to the MX of Nations, and the plan is still to go to St. Louis, not going there is a big deal to me. So, yeah.
Interesting.
Yep.
Interesting.
So
We'll
the MX
talk
of
more
Nations
about that
yeah.
after the show.
The MX
That's
of Nations is for sure out, but St. Louis is still a possibility at this point.
Yeah, the MX of Nations too. People keep asking me, and I'm like, dude, I'm 100% serious about if it rains, I don't want to go.
Bro, I'll just pay the fucking $25 or whatever it is to watch it on the GP app.
Yeah.
Like, I don't give a shit. Like, I've been to enough of these before. As much as I'd like to go, but I'd rather go.
Which
to
is
the Philippines.
ironic because it's such a big deal that we're not going.
I'd rather go to the. I'd rather go to the Philippines. I'd rather go to the Philippines.
I understand, man. I'm just saying.
No, I get it. No, you're right. You're right.
It doesn't seem. And I've had this conversation with multiple people over the last few weeks here about going to it, and I'm like, dude, it's cool if you've never been, but as soon as you go once, you're kind of like, all right, sweet.
And I've been to 4 of them.
Yeah. So, well, I've been to a couple.
Yeah.
At this point. So.
And I don't really, and we've had this conversation too. Your big thing is like I was there the first year when it monsooned, and I said this to Logan and Katie because they never been there, and I've said this to other people that have been there. I'm like, just be prepared if it rains. That is literally the worst track that you can go to when it
100%.
downpours. Because
100%.
you ain't going anywhere unless you want to just walk on grease the whole day. You're falling all over the place.
Yep.
It is the worst place to go when it rains.
Yep. Which is why I'm sitting here going, we're going to see what the weather's like.
Yeah, I can almost guarantee it's going to at least downpour 2 of the days. Whether those days are on race day, who knows? But it's going to downpour, which at that point it doesn't matter because it's going to be cold and it's in the woods. So if it downpours one day, it's going to be muddy the whole entire weekend.
Yeah. So anyway, all right. Moving on here, I guess we'll jump into our 450 race recap brought to you by our friends at Gutter Worx. Always well hung, just like Justin Barsha here. And we'll start off with Hunter, my best friend. Hunter.
I'm going to go right off the rip and ask you a question that was asked on the broadcast, and I already know your answer, but I'm going to just throw it out there because it's already a question.
You don't know me, son.
Does Hunter Lawrence need to get away from Jet? Does he need to leave the program?
Oh, no.
Oh, yeah. See, I think he does.
I think he does worse if he does.
I don't care. I think he needs to get away from it. I think he needs to get away from Jet. Not in the sense of like, oh, just disconnect yourself from your brother. I think that no matter how well he does, and this was brought up yesterday, that's why I That's why.
Oh, you're pegging now.
Yeah,
huh?
that's why I asked the question.
Wow.
That's why I bowed the question.
And this is why you're going to Korea.
That'd be Thailand where you want to deal with that.
Lady boys over there.
That's
for ya.
that's Thailand,
Wow.
buddy. Korea's
I can't wait to tell Ashley about this.
Korea's on the other side of Asia.
So much about it.
What's up?
Why do you know so much about it?
Because that's where he's going.
Because I'm
Korea-
Asian, so
Korea's
I
his homeland.
yeah. Korea's not my homeland, you dickbag.
North Korea.
Jesus.
He escaped.
All different countries.
He
Yeah,
escaped.
all different countries, but whatever. Anyways, I think that Hunter needs to get away from Jet. I don't disagree that I think he would do worse, but I think that he needs to get away from him just for the fact of can these questions will finally stop of, are you ever going to beat your brother? Are you ever going to do this? Like, I think he needs a change of scenery in the sense of maybe not like getting away from the dog pound because obviously he invested in that as well.
Yeah.
But I think that he needs to distance himself a little bit from Jet's program. Whether it works or not, and I'm not saying that just because if he did it, he would all of a sudden start beating Jet. That's not what because I don't believe that. I just think that he needs a change of scenery because whether he says it or not, whether Dazzy says it or not, whether Lars says it or not, I don't give a crap. It's eating at him to constantly have to be asked these questions. Are you ever going to beat your brother? Are you ever going to be able to do it? Are you ever going to do this? When are you ever going to live up to what Jet's doing? You were supposed to be the guy. I think if he moves away from the Jet program, the questions are still going to be there, but it's going to be more like everybody else. Are you ever going to be able to beat Jet? But in the same sense of when they ask Eli Tomac, are you ever going to be able to beat Jet? And the same thing with Sexton. But right now, I just don't buy the fact of every time he gets asked that it doesn't bother him. I can't. I just don't buy. Like, unless you're like all of a sudden you are mentally stronger than every other person that has ever walked the face of the earth, which you're not, I don't buy it. I don't buy this. Yeah, we're brothers, so it's okay. I don't give a shit, dude. I don't have a brother, but I can tell you this. Everybody that I've ever known that's have a brother, anytime you do something with them, you want to beat the shit out of them. And then when you constantly get beat all the time, don't sit there and tell me that it doesn't get on your psyche because there's no way it doesn't. There's no way.
I don't disagree with you, but I do think if he leaves, I think him training with Jet's worth a few spots at this point. I don't think he's the second best dude if he isn't training with Jet.
I don't think he's the second best dude anyways. Like, points-wise, yes.
You don't think he's the second best dude right now?
No. Chase is 10 times better than he is. He's proved that how many weekends in a row? He's better than
We'll get to Chase.
Well, yesterday was not his fault. It was not his fault. That was a bike malfunction.
All right. But
Chase is better than Hunter. He's proven. Like, they even said it. They even talked about this with the MX of Nations selections. Where do you put Eli and Chase on for what spot? Chase with Jet. And this has come out of Daniel's mouth.
yeah.
Can Chase beat Jet? Well, I mean, now he's proven a couple weekends in a row that, like, hey, things might be changing, but who knows? But Eli's not going to beat him. Put Chase with Hunter, no shot in hell Hunter beats Chase. Because Hunter's not proven he can beat Chase when them two go at 100%. Hunter has not proven he can beat Chase. He's proven he can beat Eli now. But Hunter can't beat Chase, plain and simple. Like, factual evidence shows that when those two are mano-y-mano at their best, Hunter is not on Chase's level, and it's not even close. So, no, I don't believe Hunter's second best. I really don't. But I do agree with you that if he did get away from Jet, he would go back a few spots. I'm just looking at his psyche because I just don't believe this narrative that he's just copacetic with it, like being asked this shit all the time. There's no way. There's no way in hell that he is okay with that. Because if he is, dude, you're mentally stronger than anybody I've ever met. That would wear on me. I don't know about you, but I'd get sick and tired of those questions, especially because it's my younger brother. Like, let's be real. We know Hunter's never going to be the same level as Jet, but those questions got to wear on him, dude.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I don't disagree with it. I just don't. I think you got to be smarter than that, looking at it and going, look, man, I can either stay here, get second to him, and be freaking the second dude.
Yeah.
And, like, get paid a shitload of money because I'm the second dude. Because I'm the second dude who's better than all these other guys.
Yeah.
Or I can leave, risk it for the biscuit here, and end up getting paid decent the first couple of contracts, and then slide backwards slowly and begin the slow descent, which I already had because it came over and I kept getting hurt and getting hurt and getting hurt.
Yeah. I think it's a question. I don't think he goes anywhere by any means. I think that this is just too cozy for him. But I think that it's starting to become a question because now more people are talking about it in the open. Before it was just kind of like, you know, people behind the scenes and you didn't really hear about it. But now it's always a question.
Yeah.
And like I think that it's gonna be a question that's asked all the time, especially when when Jet continually just tracks him down and just walks away from him.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I don't know. That's the only reason I asked that question. I don't think it's going to happen by any means, but I think it's a question that's worth having because it's like, dude, how much longer is he going to be able to keep dealing with this?
Well, at least he got an overall.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, an overall's an overall, man, and he did what he had to do, but that was a gift.
Oh, it was.
That was a gift beyond any gift I've ever seen.
That was a gift in multiple ways, which
Yeah.
we're going to get to.
Yeah.
But, speaking of gifts, RJ goes 3-4 for second.
Has RJ pleasantly surprised you this summer?
Oh, he's so much better than I thought he was going to be. Is it raining outside?
No, it's sunny out.
What is that noise I'm hearing?
I don't know. I have no idea.
I don't know. Whatever. Anyway, go
He's
ahead.
been good, man. He has been good. He has been good. I mean, he kept talking. He's like, yeah, man, the 450 is going to smooth me out. And let's be real, we all hear that. Wow, the 450
yeah. 450 suits my
It's
style.
going to suit my style. And I'm
Suits
like, bro,
everybody's
I'm like,
style.
RJ, you are like your style and technique is like RC second coming. You just might be a little taller. There's no way it's going to work better for you. You know what? Kudos to him. It smoothed him out. I mean, he still has RJ moments like everybody does on a 450. We've seen that. But, dude, I will have to say, he has shocked the hell out of me because I honestly kind of thought he would slot in, and I'm like, all right. Like, I know where some of these other guys have been, like a Jay Coop and all these other people that he raced in 250s. Then you got to factor in RJ's going to wad his brains out 10 times a moto. So I'm like, if you're talking pure speed, he's 6 to 8 all day long. Talking about consistently finish, I'm like, yeah, he might be 8 to 10.
Well, and the narrative now that he's putting out there is like, look, we're finally getting to do some testing here and like we're still dialing in the outdoors. So like, I think I could be a lot better still.
You think he's going to be worse than Supercross though? And I know he has a Supercross title, but
I don't know, man.
I mean, he's beating
I'm
it.
not
Hey,
sure.
as long as you're beating your teammate though, and he's beat Mookie all summer.
This is true.
So I think that'll be the true test is where is he at with Mookie come Supercross?
Yeah.
And if they're on the same level or he's beating him, then the conversation starts becoming, well, like how much are we going to – because I don't know what RJ's making, and I don't really care. I mean, I know it's a decent amount, but it's not, like, astronomical.
Mm-hmm.
But if he starts beating Mookie consistently, that conversation starts to have to go and, well, you know, how much are we going to pay RJ? Because it's like, dude, he's way better than him outdoors.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
100%. Tomac goes 6'3" for third. Okay. Go ahead.
Something is wrong with Eli. And I don't know if it's age is finally catching up to him and, you know, father time is like, hey, bro, fuck you.
That first moto, there
Dude,
was
he
a
is-
lot of regrets about that pick for MXON.
He has been obviously not terrible. There's been some stuff that has happened to him. Bike setup, he was better in Washougal. But I will say this. I have never seen it. Like, dude, he has been, oddly enough, he has been a shell of himself since that moto win in the mud at High Point, that second moto. He has not been the same. And I know Red Bud bike grenaded, but even the
Yeah.
second moto, we're like, oh, dude, he's got nothing to lose. Bike grenaded. He had some time to rest. Obviously, Red Bud, it wasn't as hot the year before, but it was still hot. Take some time to rest, take an ice bath, whatever. Came out second moto, flat.
Well,
Washougal, he was good. He was better.
yeah.
Millville, nothing. And then this
No.
weekend, nothing.
Well, in fairness, they did say, like, with, what's it called, Millville and stuff, they're taking swings at setup to try and win. Because the only thing that matters to him at this point is just to win motos.
So you ain't winning a moto. And honestly, man, and because I think him going to take, well, we've talked about this, and Cole and me have like specifically talked about this. Him going to KTM, dude, he's not going to be great on that KTM. That bike does not
No.
suit him. The hydraulic clutch thing, like I've beat this horse to death. It's not going to be great. That bike is, dude, I think
should have
that he-
signed a bonus only deal
I know.
stuck at Yamaha.
Dude, I think he's going to end up on his head a lot in Supercross. I think he's going to be great on the hard pack shit when we're out west.
yeah.
But dude, I think that he's going to land on his head a lot. And I'm here to tell you, man, I know we got still 2 more rounds in playoffs, and you know Eli got spicy in playoffs last year after coming off of the injury. But dude, I am nervous for whatever the rest of his career looks like. I think that he is only going to get worse. And like I said, I don't know if this is father time catching up with him, but this Eli Tomac,
That
I don't
moto
reckon
was a bad look.
I don't recognize this. I don't recognize this Eli Tomac, man. This is like, he wasn't even this bad his rookie year when he like barely got to race Supercross and then came in injured as hell for outdoors in 2014. Like, he has never been this average. Even 2020 when he just gave up after what happened at Loretta's.
Yep.
Like, he still had some spunk to him.
Yeah.
When has Eli ever faded back?
Ah,
ever.
I don't know.
Never.
Man.
You'd have to go back
Bad.
to like his 50cc days.
Yeah.
I've never seen him fade back that bad. And it was a real bad look since he hucked the Holy, too.
Yeah.
That was bad, dude.
Yeah, when you go whole shot to 6 there as Eli Tomac.
Dude, I don't know. I don't know. I understand that, like, you know, he's 33 or is he going to be turning 33? I get it. But, dude, I am real nervous about what the rest of his career is going to like because there's no way it's going to get any better, especially when you got all these 250 kids coming up, too.
Yep.
Not good, bro. Not good.
Yep. Justin Cooper goes 4-5 for 4th. Okay.
Him and
Didn't see
Prado
him all day.
Him and Prado had a nice little battle, I guess, on those last
Yeah.
couple laps of the second moto. I mean, J. Coop's kind of doing what J. Coop does, bro.
Yep. Jorge Prado goes 5-6 for 5th.
Better. Still doesn't. I mean, the bike
More
looked better.
positivity in his interview this weekend.
Yep, the bike looked better. He still does just not have that extra oomph or that aggressiveness when like people up the pace on him. But the bike looked better. He looked a little bit more happy. He was pumped on that qualifying time, better, but still obviously not the Jorge Prado that everybody knows. But things are kind of trending in the right direction. So,
He was way more positive.
well, I guess yeah. He said that the engine is,
Yeah,
and the bike
straightened
and the
out,
bike looked a
and
lot
they're
more
working
stable.
on it.
Yeah.
Yep. So how do you put it? First positive of the year or some shit like that.
I mean, good. That's good. That's good. That's a good thing to have. And now, I mean, people talked about Southwick, but like we're going to Unadilla next week. We'll see how he gels with that because everybody said like that's the closest thing you're going to get to a GP track. So we'll see what he does. We'll see if they continue that.
All right, Jed Lawrence, 17-1 for 6th.
Should have been a third, but I mean, whatever. Like
Lars was fired up.
Oh yeah, that's what I heard.
Fired up. Okay, so let's talk about the penalty, right? Obviously, they said it was Barsha, but who was it next to him that jumped?
I thought it was Barsha.
Was it Barsha?
I think
thought
Barsha
it
was
68 or something.
That was 68. That was Jeremy Hand. So it might have been Jeremy Hand.
So, or maybe it was Barsha's flinch made Hand flinch, and then Jet flinches and hits the gate, and then the gate drops. So then he just plows through the gate, comes out 23rd or something.
Yeah.
Like he was buried.
Yeah, he was.
And then works his way up to 3rd. Now, here's where I'm going to go. I'm going to swing both ways on this. Let's put it that way.
Okay.
I like that the AMA stuck to the rule book.
Yeah, which let's be real.
Even though it was Jet, I like that they stuck to the rule book.
And let's be real, none of us would have known what that rule is.
No. Now let me rant.
Okay.
That rule's fucking gay. That rule is fucking gay. And if they do not address it, as Lars said, we'll go to him with video of guys clearly cutting the track.
Yeah.
Well, they didn't really gain an advantage. What? They're clearly cutting the track. And then, like, we push a gate over and still start like shit compared to we whole shot every fucking race. I mean, my thing is like, if he was a mid-pack starter or whatever and it wasn't really out of the realm of his range with this, okay, cool, then he gained an advantage. He starts first or second every fucking moto almost. So, I don't know.
I don't think it's going to work, but I definitely could see why they're going to go to them.
There was room for a gray area there. I give the AMA a lot of credit for not going to that gray area because the rule is very black and white. Needs to be looked at. There needs to be a gray area because, again, it's done for guys like Alessi who would just drop the clutch and plow through the gate anyway and gain that advantage. Okay, sweet. And like the other option for that was a disqualification.
Well, and I also think
it was a lap or disqualification. Dude, a lap is unreal.
Well, that was crazy too when they were talking about that, and I was like, "What the fuck are they talking about points?" And then when they threw the first moto finishes and Jet wasn't in the top 10, I'm like, "Where the hell?"
Yeah.
And then when they saw him back to 17th, I mean, I think the thing honestly with that is like, because that's such a rare thing that happens, and let alone a rare thing with somebody of the level of Jet.
Yeah.
Like, I think honestly, and that's why I also, in the same breath, don't think that Lars going to them is going to work. Like, I think that. Like,
Lars they were already having it out with him.
Yeah,
I
don't.
Hunter was like, dude, I called Mui over and I was like, this is kind of fucking bullshit.
Yeah, and I don't think that they're going to budge.
It's not going to work.
Yeah.
The rule's very black and white. It is what it is.
I definitely know why they did it. And I think it's just because it's a weird.
Gay.
Yeah, it's such a weird thing because like I don't ever remember. Like everybody's hit the gate, but the thing is that usually when those people hit the gate though, like. They lock up because the front tire gets jammed in, so like nobody goes over. So it's like, dude, I ask anybody to even look. When is the last time that's even happened?
Probably Mike Alessi days.
Probably, and even then, it was very rare. Like Mike, everybody talks about Mike, but like even then, it was very rare that he ever actually hit the gate.
Yeah.
So yeah,
we'll see. Again, I think it's an antiquated rule that was made for. We'll call it amateur racing of people that were deliberately doing this, and it needs to have a gray area in there for judgment call. Where they look at that and they go, yep, this guy usually starts first or second. He now started 23rd. Okay, fine.
Yeah.
Or even if it's a penalty of seconds. But a lap?
Yeah, no, that's
lap
a weird.
Is unreal.
Honestly, if that was me, I mean, this is just my opinion, definitely not a lap. I'd have docked him. So he got third. Dude, I'd have docked him to like...
Even if you do 10 seconds.
Yeah, yeah.
How long does it take to go down the start straight? 10 seconds?
Yeah, whatever.
Cool. Dock him 10 seconds.
Or dude, dock him like just to be easy, just to be easy so it's consistent. Dude, just dock him like fucking 2 or 3 spots.
Yeah.
Like not a big deal.
Yeah.
Whatever.
I think it'll change. I think it'll definitely get looked at here. But
there'll be talk about it over the wintertime for sure.
100%. So, now that being said, outside of that, rode great. Super pissed off that second moto, obviously.
Dude, I'm so bummed though that like that happened to Chase though because dude, after that first moto, dude, I love where this whole thing is going with Chase and Jet now.
Okay, yeah, we can talk about that too because that left my mind there because of the whole penalty thing or whatever. And plus the first motos I was at that car show kind of trying to watch, but then I'm selling knives.
Yeah,
and
for sure.
All I got is my phone, so I'm like, oh shit,
for sure.
Like this is how my weekend went trying to watch the race. I took this with me to watch it there because I was like, okay, sweet, at least I'll have a semi decent sized screen. This has cell service. Apparently it doesn't right now. I'm not sure why. I got to fucking call T-Mobile and raise hell because I'm pretty sure I'm paying for cell service on this thing and it doesn't have it, so I couldn't watch on this. So okay, cool. Now I'll watch on my phone. Watching qualifying, busy as shit. The car show, okay, whatever. Start watching first motos again, busy as shit. So I'm just kind of barely getting to glance. Every time I would sit down,
the first motos were better than the second motos.
Then I get home last night. We ended up leaving a little bit early because, like I said, it was kind of dead towards the end. We ended up leaving a little bit early. Get home okay. I'm like, sweet. I'm gonna have time to watch both motos or the second motos tonight, and I'll do a reaction show. So it was like 9:30, 10 o'clock, something like that. That I sat down to watch. Ashley's like, I don't know what time I came in to the living room. She goes, but you were asleep with your mouth open. I woke up at 2:30 with my mouth open, knees tucked up to my chest, like sitting up like this almost, just passed the fuck out. No, I think I watched 5 minutes of the second 250 moto, and that was all I saw, and I was like, shit.
Nice.
Yeah, so needless to say, first motos were very sparse, but I did see this. I actually was doing something, rewound it.
Oh, dude, it was great.
to watch it.
It only happened for a lap, but it was great.
Oh, it was awesome.
Love it.
Was awesome. So do you think this is going to continue and we're going to see more of this?
Now that it happened 2 weeks, obviously we didn't get to see the battle that we would have wanted to see the second moto, but the first moto, now that this has happened 2 weekends in a row, and obviously the same situation, obviously they didn't have the back and forth, but like the first moto at Washougal, chases out front, Jet catches him. And by the way, I think I'm glad we were on the same page because I was really thinking you were going to go the other way. Cole, idiot for thinking, wasn't straight up. Because remember, he said that, like, because Jet, like, lost traction in the way that first moto. Because that was the big debate. Oh, is it straight up? And especially for us, especially, like, coming from the Stu RC days. Like, dude, straight up is straight up.
Yeah.
Because if you're, so, like.
He straight up lost that one.
So, and then, obviously the second moto, like, Chase didn't get him, but, whatever. And then the first moto, same thing again. Like, they both have their problems. Obviously, Jet's problems were a little bit worse, but still have their problems. Jet catches him, goes back and forth. Chase doesn't relent. And then he beats him again. Dude, I think Chase now has the confidence, and I know we can only say it's 2 weekends in a row, but we've always talked about this with Chase, like, never being able to beat Jet straight up.
Yeah.
I think now that he's done it, even though it's only been twice, I think that's all Chase needs. Because, dude, Chase has had a swagger about him, and we'll get to the second moto when we get to Chase, but Chase has had a swagger about him the last couple weeks. I think it does continue. Now, whether that means continuing that he continually beats him, that's obviously going to be seen, but we all know that Chase has all the tools to beat him, and he has beat him. But I think the confidence, dude, the confidence is there now. I think Chase goes and looks at it. He's like, bro, he's caught me 2 weekends in a row, and I beat him. Like, he's caught me, and I figured out a way to beat him. It doesn't matter how I beat him, So, yeah, I think it continues. Now, once again, the question is, does it continue to actually beat him? We'll see. We got a lot of time. But, yeah, I think where Chase never had the confidence.
Yeah.
And we all know how moto dudes are. You look for that little sliver of confidence.
Yeah, which is what Chase has right now. Now, I do think, though, being the Jet homer here, let me Jet homer a little bit. I do think that Jet is such a smart rider that he will figure out how to get around him.
But Chase is not going to relent, though, now.
I mean, I understand, but I still think he'll figure it out. Because, like, yesterday, you could kind of tell when they were racing there, right? Obviously, with how close it was. Jet doesn't really know how to pass Chase because he hasn't had to pass Chase.
Yeah.
Because he's usually starting in front of him, and Chase is trying to catch him, and then Chase falls over.
Yeah.
Which we saw yesterday also. But, so, I do think that Jet will figure it out. And then...
I mean, maybe.
And then I think it'll be a big problem for Chase again.
But also, yesterday, too, and this is something I always harped on in the 250s, Chase did something yesterday to Jet that Jet's never had to deal with. Don't back down and be a bitch.
Yeah.
That's never happened to Jet.
Yeah.
And if that continues to happen to Jet, I don't know. That's something he's never had to deal with consistently. So it's kind of like, what are you going to do? Because here's the thing. We both know if Jet tries to play that game with Chase, he ain't moving Chase.
Yeah.
Jet is not going to move Chase. Chase is a brick house compared to him. Jet's big in his own right, but he ain't as big as Chase.
Yeah.
So if I agree with you, if he figures out a way, I will disagree with you if Chase continues to have the let's just say the balls to continue to ride him and lean on him. That presents a whole new problem that Jet's, because we all know Jet, his race IQ is through the roof. He usually, when he figures out a way to pass dudes, he makes it stick and he never has to see him again. First ever time somebody's got aggressive with him to an extent where like because Ando got aggressive with him and then Jet just dropped him. So that's not the same thing. Chase stayed in front of him.
Yeah.
Jet, that's a new thing, and he's smart enough to figure it out. But it's like, dude, if you're going to try to run it up the side of somebody and they're just going to play chicken and they're not going to let off, and there's somebody that's not going to crash, are you going to play the same game as him? Are you willing to hit the ground? And that'll be something new he'll never. So we'll see. Like, because if he is willing to hit the ground, then yeah, I agree. But if he's not, a lot of the same could continue to happen. Now, I'm also not claiming that all of a sudden Chase is just going to beat Jet all the time now. That's not what I'm saying. But Chase figured out something yesterday that nobody's been able to figure out to do, and I think anybody, whether you like Chase or not, have to give him credit for that because he did something to Jet yesterday that literally nobody has done since Jet has figured out to be Jet Lawrence.
Yeah, no, you're right. You're right.
So,
like I said,
but that moto was great.
It was great.
That was great.
It was
and then Chase running Hunter down. Part of me was kind of like, oh man, great battle. Like Chase is gonna settle for second.
Yeah.
And then when Hunter started making mistakes, I'm looking at the timing and I'm like, ooh, Chase is gonna. I'm thinking, oh, poor Hunter. Had the lead for almost the entire race, and then this is carbon copy of last year when Jet wasn't around.
Yep.
Chase just gets a shit start, runs you down, and drops you like a sack of potatoes.
Yep.
And sure shit he did, and then just the moment Chase got around him, Hunter was like, I got nothing.
Yep.
But also, too, man, and Chase, cardio has never been an issue with Chase. But I fully agree, dude. There's a real hard argument to have that Chase might be the fittest dude in moto right now.
Could be.
Like Jet is obviously a phenomenal phenomenal. Like he puts in the work. He trains hard.
It would have been interesting to see the podium yesterday if Chase hadn't crashed out because I've never seen Tomac, Hunter, and Jet all smoked, and they were all smoked.
And Chase looked like he just was like he was like breathing a little bit, but he was like, dude.
Yeah, but Chase only raced 5 minutes of that moto.
No, I was talking about the first moto. When everybody got out there and they were smoked, and Chase was just kind of, but like. Dude, I think there's a big argument to be had that like Chase might literally be the fittest dude in moto right now. Like I fully agree with what Stu said. I don't care who you are. If Chase is on your back wheel with 5 minutes to go, you're in for a dogfight because you're not going to drop him. Like you're just going to have to go into the red and try to gap him. Because he's not going to just all of a sudden fade. Like he's just not.
Dylan goes 7-8 for 7th.
Not bad for a return. Going to Unadilla next week. We know he's really good there. Honestly, wasn't even supposed to race. And even me being the Dylan guy, I was like, you know what? If he gets like 10, 12th, like that's cool.
Yeah.
So that was good. And, I mean, we had a little indication of what Ducati's going to look like that first moto with him and Barsha next year.
Yeah. Stu goes 9-7 for 8. Okay.
Dude, he was struggle busting that first moto. He was riding around in like 15th for a good 20 minutes.
Dude, we've been there when it's hot.
Yeah.
But I have not heard as many people talk about how hot it was as what was yesterday.
Oh, yeah. And I mean, we'll get to one dude that wasn't even on the gate for the second moto when we get to him.
Barsha goes 8-9 for 9th. Sexton goes 140 for 10th.
Such a bummer for him, dude.
Dude, bro. Chase Sexton never changed, dude. Tipping over at the top of the hill to start. First off, he is lucky he did not fall down that hill.
Oh, I know.
Like, even though it's not jumping over it like it used to be, if he fell down that hill, had to run back up that to get his bike.
Well, and then also going down in the right-hander before the finish in that first moto as well.
But then, okay, what are your takes? What's your take on
the second moto?
One? Yeah.
So I don't think that was his fault, dude. I think that was mechanical. They're saying it's not, but like, what is he going to do? Because I don't know, but I think that the piston inside the caliper had an issue because you can clearly see him leaving the face. That front wheel is locked up. It's locked up, and like you're just not going to lock up the front brake because it has the same effect as locking up the rear brake. Front end's going to lift, like, and then he gets out, and then when he hit the ground, I think the thing. So first I thought, oh, rotor's bent. But then I started thinking, I was like, you're running a disc guard. Like, that's really hard to do. And then when he was rolling, now obviously he wasn't carrying a lot of momentum, so not creating a lot of heat. But every time he turned, I think that piston might have been dislodged enough every time the rotor, like when it turned, the rotor was catching it. It was just locking it up because it only happened when he turned. So, I mean, that yesterday, like, that wasn't his fault. I think it was mechanical. I know they're not going to say it was mechanical. But I also think, too, like, I'm sitting there watching him, and I see him get up, and obviously heart rate's through the roof. It's hot as shit. Your adrenaline's going backwards. Like, you got all kinds of things going. It's early in the moto. Like, you're thinking about trying to catch Jet, all them. And then when he lost it, he picked it up. I'm like, okay. And then when he took the time to ride back, and it happened again, I'm just like, dude, like, stop picking the bike up. I'm like, just stop picking the bike up.
He did. Don't worry. He left it right there.
And you know what, man? I got to give him credit. He kept trying to, like, dude, because he didn't want to give up. I got to give Chase credit, man. Like, we've all been really critical of him in the past. The one thing you cannot say about Chase is he is a dog. He will continue to go until he can't. And that's why it pissed me off after Paula so much that people got on his case when he didn't ride the second moto.
Yeah.
I'm like, dude, even with
just banged up.
Yeah.
Just like you. Just banged up.
But I got to give him credit, man. But when he walked off, I mean, there's a lot of people are pissed off about it. And I've said this about other people in the past because I've seen this. What do you want, dude? Like, he just had a hell of a first moto. He comes back. That happens. He knows it's not something he did finally for once. What do you expect him to do? Am I happy that he left the bike there? No, because I feel bad for Jade, and they were in a spot like they can't go and get it. It's not the easiest thing, especially early in the moto. Would have been different halfway in the moto. Everybody spread out. But, like, what do you want him to do? He's pissed. Like, I don't know what you want him to do in that. Do you want him to just pick his bike up and roll it back and then have a fucking heat stroke? Like, I'm at the point I don't know what fans want out of these guys. Like,
I'd have left my bike there, and I pay for mine.
Yeah, I just don't know. People on his case, they're like, it shouldn't have done it. I'm like, dude, what do you want him to do? Do you want him to just sit there and sit in the heat and, like, fall over because his fucking heart rate's through the roof and he's drained all the sodium out of his? Like, what do you want him to do? People are like, he shouldn't have left the bike there. Shouldn't have done. Would you have? It was like 9,000 degrees there yesterday. He's clearly trying to catch Jet. Like, he's in a position where he wants to beat him. He just had a hell of a first moto. It's the hottest race of the year. Like, he just crashed 5 times doing the same damn thing. Like, what do you want, man? Like, the fans are starting to become like stick and ball fans. Like, they're flimsy all over the place.
They're retards.
Like, I don't know what you want him to do.
They're retards.
Yeah, I mean, dude, I'd have done the same damn thing.
Me too.
I really would have done the same damn thing.
And I pay for my bike.
Yeah, exactly. And
I'd have
also
left it there. I'd be like, I'll come back later and get it when I'm cooler.
now, and I would have been a little bit more pissed off had that been something that he did.
Yeah.
Like, if that had been his fault, but that clearly was not his fault.
No.
And everything that he's been bitching about for his moto to go the first moto and then to have a bike malfunction the second moto, it's like, this is what I've been saying, like, just can't catch a break.
Nope. Absolutely not.
Whether we agree that it's him or the bike or not, but in his mind, since he thinks it's the bike,
Yeah.
and then that happens, just reaffirms in his mind that he's making the right decision. I don't know if I agree with that, the way he's ridden the last couple weekends, but that's a conversation for another time.
Yep. Cody Schock, 11th place, or goes 11-10 for 11th.
He's in a real spot right now with my boy Mitchell and Valentin Guillaume for that 20th spot, man.
They're battling, bro.
I think Mitchell.
Battling.
Yeah, I looked at the points again this morning. I think that if the weekends continue like they have, I think Mitchell's just going to eke them out. I also think that they're going to catch Hill. Because Hill's only like 30 out from them, but if they're getting like 19 around, like they might catch him. But dude, that's a crazy battle, man. It's crazy that they're looking at the 20th spot.
Oh yeah.
Going into the playoffs because it's that big of a deal.
But hey, man, I like it. Look, if we're gonna have playoffs, if I gotta cover 3 more races or 2 more, whatever it is, I like stuff like this. And it's taken us a few years to get it really rolling and really a thing, but
it's working though. It's
like
working.
it,
It's building conversation now. My question though is that. Is Schock confirmed, though, that he's doing the 450s for playoffs? Because I thought he was jumping back down to the 250s.
I don't know. His interview sounded like it was going to be 450s because he was really trying for that top 20 seated spot.
Yeah, I mean, I don't blame him. More money.
Yeah.
But he's going back to the 250s, though, for Supercross next year. So it's like, that's why I asked the question. Is he... But no, I do the same thing. Way more money in the 450s. Why not?
Yep. Speaking of, Valentin Guillaume.
Good job, man.
14-11 for 12th.
Is adamant that he wants to stay over here, and I don't blame him.
Really wants Anderson's bike.
Maybe.
No, zero chance they give it to him.
No,
definitely. And you want to know
not.
why? Because if you give it to him and he starts beating Prado, that look is terrible.
Not a chance in hell. But I mean, dude, if he goes,
he asked.
Yeah,
he asked.
I mean,
good on him for asking.
He's not getting a factory ride, but you should at least put him on a club bike next year.
Yeah,
or a Bar X bike. Give the kid a ride, dude. He deserves it.
Yep. Ari Koulas goes 12-13 for 13th.
Yeah, just another. I think it's funny that we're like, this is just a Harry Koulas ride.
Harry Koulas ride, right there,
he'll
baby.
continue to get ready for the playoffs. Go do probably what he did last year, and like, hey man, just making money in the summertime.
Yep. Mitchell Harrison 10-15 for 14th.
Dude, he is. I am so proud of that kid. He is really like, dude. He has been solid.
Big good.
He's been solid. He's finally finding his footing. You know, he has a continuous contract with Partzilla, and he's deserved it, dude. Like, dude, that Washougal ride was
really
great.
good.
It's good.
Really
so yeah, man,
good.
and he's definitely. I think he's gonna get it. Shock has a closer chance of catching him in points. But I think he's going to be in. Or, it might be a situation where all three of them just get 18 through 20 and Hill gets bumped.
Yeah,
which would be a bummer for Hill.
Fucking Hill.
Yeah.
Lorenzo Lacrucio, 16-12 for 15th. Henry Miller, 15-16 for 16th. Michigan's own Marshall Welton, 18-14 for 17th.
He's had a couple good weekends in a row right now, which he's needed him, because I didn't realize his injury was that bad.
Saved Cairoli's life one weekend. I mean,
yeah, good on him, dude. I mean,
summer.
Marshall's a good dude. Yeah, good on him, man. Good on him.
Benoit Pacharel, 13-19 for 18th.
He's kind of fallen off a little bit, but I mean, I think that was expected to happen. But dude, he's still been good.
It's hot out, bro.
Yeah,
he's European.
Yeah, he's from France. He ain't used to it being that hot.
Yeah, he's not like Koreans like you, dude. He can't take the heat.
Jesus Christ.
Shane Sins. Gotta miss Shane Sins. 2017 for 19th.
I think Shane probably should have started his outdoor prep a little bit earlier.
And rounding out the top 20 there, the Pope, 38-18 for 20th. Let's see here. We got Joey Crown was in the motos going 30-26 for 28th.
Just bumped to Kyle Webster.
Christopher Blackmer made the motos.
Oh, yeah. I seen that.
34-36.
Good for him. I think that was his first ever 450 national.
Could be. Yep. And that's basically
Let's go to Kyle Webster, though.
Okay, we can talk Kyle Webster for a second here.
Had a heat stroke.
Oh, did he?
IV bagged. Like, literally had a heat stroke during the first moto. IV bagged the second. Yeah.
Well, that's going to put a bit of a issue on him riding
not even that. That puts an issue on the next two rounds of him even doing, because him and Brody Connolly and Ryder Kingsford are here.
Oh, yeah.
Well, Ryder Kingsford, no, he won't be here because he was only here for the combine. But Brody and Webster.
To be honest, it puts a huge dampener on the rest of his career.
Yeah.
Because
I remember
have one, it's way more likely you'll have another one.
Well, I remember watching Kyle Cunningham have one at Freestone after getting on the box. He had a heat stroke, and they IV bagged him on the podium. He missed the podium, and he never really was the same afterwards.
Yeah.
Yeah, he had a straight-up heat stroke the first moto. Because I was wondering the same thing. I'm like, why is Webster not out there? And then I did a little searching. Yeah, bro, he had a heat stroke the first moto. That's not good.
No.
That is, I mean, take all the racing out of it. Having a heat stroke is not something to fuck with.
Nope. Dealt with this in my personal life.
I had one too, man, and I was not the same for a long time.
I haven't had a heat stroke. Ashley did.
It's not good.
I haven't.
I was at a race walking down a hill, and next thing I know, I blacked out.
Yeah.
And I didn't. Yeah, it's not good. Yeah, man. I mean, I'll just say it though, and I think that it's good when you have a heat stroke to not. But all these things. Oh, we can't IV bag dudes. We can't banana bag them. Get the fuck out of here.
Stupid.
When we're riding at races, because this is why we don't have Freestone anymore, because everybody was like, it's too damn hot. And that's why we don't have WW. It's too damn hot. Bro, if we're going to go to these races, and now we've gotten to the point we have enough data that Ironman is always going to be this hot. Yesterday apparently wasn't a little bit different, but still, it's been hot for a long time now.
It was real humid yesterday.
Yeah. We need to start getting away with that dumbass rule. Even if you're not going to ride the second moto, we're going to ding them for getting IV bags and banana bags. Get the fuck out of here. Like, I'm core as shit. That's stupid. Like, are you trying to kill everybody? Mm-hmm. Like, are you trying to kill everybody? Like, no, man. That is a stupid rule.
It's dumb.
Yeah.
It's really dumb.
So the IV bagged him. So I really hope that the reason why he didn't ride the second moto is because he had the heat stroke, and he's like, dude, I'm not dumb. And it has nothing to do with the fact of that they're just like, yeah, it wouldn't have mattered anyway. Like, you just can't ride. Like, either way, bad deal for him.
Yeah.
And I mean, yeah, it is an interesting conversation, because if he's going to deal with these lagging effects, like, he might not be ready to go come October.
Yeah.
And then that puts Australia in a real damper, because the dude that was actually going to beat him, Jed Beaton, broke his femur. That's why Jed Beaton didn't get picked, because Webster wasn't the first. Like, Webster was going to lose that 450 title.
Yeah.
And then Jed Beaton broke his femur the week of training for the last national, or the second to last national. Then you start coming to a conversation that, like, you're running out of dudes. So it's a bummer all around, man. I hope Kyle Webster's okay. Like I said, heat stroke is nothing to screw with. I hope he's good. I hope he recovers.
Yep.
But, yeah, I mean, it's going to be really interesting to see what happens moving forward with that. So
It's a real bummer.
yeah.
It is a real
Because he got like 10. I think he got 10th the first moto, 11th. What did he get the first moto? He did pretty decent the first moto.
19th.
Oh yeah. Well, he was in 10th then. I think that's why he got 19th, because he was heat stroking out.
Wow.
Yeah.
What a thing.
Not good. Not good.
What a thing. So, all right, that's been your 450 race recap, brought to you by our friends at Worx. Always well hung, just like Justin Barsha. If you're in the Southwest Michigan area, you need any exterior modifications, make sure to check out Worx. And with that being said, we are going to move to our Complete Racing Solutions halftime report. Coach Rob and the Complete Racing Solutions team over there, they're to help you out with all your nutrition and fitness needs. And this month, we're going to highlight their members area where you can get the same protocols that produce multiple Loretta Lynn's championships. Coach Rob and the team over there at Complete Racing Solutions have 419 amateur titles and 4 AMA Pro #1 plates. So make sure to check them out. You can get a 30-minute phone call with Coach Rob himself. You get yourself some energy fuel, which I forgot this weekend and kicked myself in the ass all
At least you've been
weekend.
using it.
Yeah,
At least
well,
you've
I
been using
have another bag that's empty over
Nice.
there. And then he actually listened to the show, heard me saying I was almost out, text me immediately, hey, what flavor do you need? And got another bag coming.
And that's why,
week.
Coach, you are
and
a
that's
badass.
why Coach is a fucking legend, dude. So, Coach Rob, Complete Racing Solutions, check them out. All your health
yeah.
and fitness needs for both on and off the bike. Okay. You know what? Let's just rant right off the rip.
All right.
Holster Co. Reload Ramp.
Okay.
RIP to Holster Co. They closed up. They are still running a shop that sells some boom boom and bang bang things online, I believe is what. I don't know. I haven't talked fully to Mike about it yet. They're still going to maintain. They're still going to be on the program here, but the actual shop itself has closed up.
It's a bummer anytime a local shop, especially somebody as good as them, closes up.
Yep.
I feel bad.
Like I said, they still are doing stuff. They still have their licensing and everything. It's just a
Different
little bit
capacity,
different.
yeah.
And
Bummer.
He talked to me last week about staying on, but it's going to be different name.
Yeah.
I think we're going to the Armory or something like. I don't remember.
Bummer.
I got to
Bummer.
talk to him. I'll know it by next month.
Okay.
Anyway, Holster Co. Reload Rant. Go ahead.
So I'm going to rant about something that I think is absolutely stupid. Maybe I'm the only one, but I think it was stupid. So, all right. So yesterday, and this came out early in the week. I think it was like Wednesday or Thursday this was confirmed. WMX Moto is going to get run during halftime, right? And we did this in Colorado, but it was after the fact because of lightning. They couldn't run their second moto. I am a person that, because I've seen this up close back in the day with Ashley Fialick and local women's legend of Michigan, Sarah Whitmer, grew up racing with Cassandra Regal. I know how hard a work these women put in, and I understand some people have feelings about this. I don't really care about the whole men versus women thing. That's not what I'm talking about. They bust their ass. These women bust their ass. They finally got the chance last year. Hey, we're
Way
gonna
faster than me.
They're way faster. Well, Lala's a badass. She,
Yeah.
Putting in the top 10. Shout out to her, the 250B stock, which is not an easy class to
Yep.
go get top 10. Shout out to her. All these girls, her, Kylie Stallings, Charlie Cannon, Jordan Jarvis, Sophie Phelps, all of them. Shelby Rowland, who's been doing this for a long time. Pumped for them. Whether people are watching it or not, pumped for them the opportunity. It's putting them back on the map. It's giving them a reason because, look, the AMA, whatever. So we talk about this. So we're going to go do this. It's at halftime. We usually do the halftime report. We knew this was going to happen since like Thursday, right? We don't care. We're going to leave it rough. Good for them. We're going to work a couple sections, but we only do 15-minute motos. We know shit can happen at any moment. We're on Peacock. We're not advertising this as the race is on TV. So we don't care what time this race starts. But yet after the last 250 moto, or the last 450 moto, I'm sorry, with all this time in the world, so I'm thinking, all right, hits the top of the hour, 3 o'clock, we're going to start running this moto because we need time to go out there, prep the track, work some sections, put some water down. We need to do sight lap, whatever. No, we're going to wait like 15 minutes. So we're going to give them, the actual 15 minutes, not taking into account that something like the red flag would happen. Oh, sorry, girls. Middle of the moto. Pump for Charlie Cannon. All the shit she's been through this year. Rips a hole. She wasn't going to beat Lala. No offense. Lala's just on a different level. She's like what he used to be with Ashley Fialick. She just leaps and bounds better than everybody. She's like Hayden Deegan and everybody else right now.
Yeah,
like
dude.
Lala's whatever.
She
But
just
Charlie
smokes her brother at the practice track. It's fine.
Lux is
Lux,
like this.
poor
Poor
Lux.
Lux. But finally gets a start. Pumped in her mind. Whether we all know it's bullshit or not, in her mind, she's like, all I need is a start on Lala and I can beat her. Finally gets that chance to prove it. Out front, red flag. Hope the girl was okay. Re-rack them, because we didn't even finish a lap. Re-rack them. And we're going to give you 5 fucking minutes.
Yep.
Are you kidding me? Even Lala's like, that's the shortest moto I've ever run. I'm looking at it, I'm like, 5 minutes, 2-minute lap times. That's 2 fucking laps.
Yep. It's not even an amateur race.
That's not even a 50cc race.
Nope. It's stupid.
I'm like,
that was dumb.
why didn't we just run them at the top of the hour? Who gives a shit? We're on Peacock. This isn't even going, like, why do we care? We're not doing anything with the track. Nah, we're going to push it. And I'm looking at the clock and I'm thinking, I'm like, damn, man, if something does happen, like, they have no time before we got to get this actual when we go like when it goes back to the time restriction. Now we're gonna give 5 minutes. Might as well not even had him fucking run during halftime.
Nope.
Just should have rode him on Sunday.
Yep.
Stupidest fucking shit ever.
Yep.
MX Sports never change. I have not ranted about MX Sports on this show in a long time, but I'm serious, dude. Like, that actually pissed me off. I'm like,
It was dumb.
what is
When I
the
heard
point
it,
of
I
this?
was like, this is stupid.
This is like the whole thing that you ranted about with the the futures, like not knowing when they're on.
Yeah.
Even though it's a different situation, it still has the same thing to do with time. What are we doing? What are we doing?
Same thing with women's, dude. Like, if you want to do the women's stuff, I'm totally fine with it. I'm not a big women's motocross fan. I'll admit it.
Yeah, it's fine.
I watched it till the red flag, and then I was like, oh, okay, cool. I'm gonna get to the second 250
And
moto.
look, man, that's fine. That's fine.
No disrespect. Those girls fucking all rip.
Yeah.
Like, they all rip.
And that's
way
fine.
faster than me.
Yeah, and that's fine. And that's not even what it's about. Like, people can have that conversation or whatever. That is a conversation that always happens, men versus women. That's not even what I'm ranting about. It's like, if you're going to give these women the opportunity, and some of these women that will never get this opportunity to do it in front of a crowd like that, probably ever in their lives, because there are some girls that are there, girls, not women. They're young. They're girls still.
Yep.
That will never be in a front of a crowd like that ever.
Kaylee, whatever.
Kylie Stallings, no. There were some girls on the gate that were like just
I
turned
thought
16.
that Kylie Stallings was young, too.
She's 18. So
Oh.
she's young, but still. But some
Okay.
of the girls that, like the back of the pack girls, like, they'll never get that opportunity ever again.
No.
You knew this was going to happen. Why did you not prepare for that?
I'm going to say, if you want to be completely honest, it should be both the SMX Next and the women's for outdoors should be the halftime show.
If you're going to do that, yeah, for
There
sure.
should be an SMX Next second moto. They should run one moto Friday, and they should run one moto Saturday. Halftime gives these pro guys more time between.
Yeah.
Lets the women have their moment. Lets the SMX Next
Yeah.
kids have their moment. I think
'Cause
that's
we do
a
this-
way better thing than just
Because we do this stupid thing where we give them a parade lap and we make them get out there for one fucking lap. But
Yeah.
then, like, go get geared up. It's for one lap. Maybe you can throw a couple whips and then, go get off. I'm
well,
not
you
even
can't
gonna,
because we got to take the big jumps
Yeah.
out for designations. So
It's like, I'm not even going to, like, dude, if I was one of them, I'm not even getting geared up for that. Why am I going out to show? I don't give a
Stupid.
shit.
stupid.
We
It's dumb.
can harp on the GPs all they want. At least they give the EMX dudes their due on the day.
Yeah.
We can't figure it out way here. When we're on NBC, and obviously those races don't happen. We're on NBC.
When we're on
that's
NBC,
different.
we're only showing two motos
Yeah.
anyway.
It's like, why we're on Peacock where now it's not even a thing anymore. When we
Yeah.
used to be on live TV, that was different. I understand it. But we're on Peacock now. Nobody gives a shit about time restraints. What are we doing? So, yeah, dude, when I saw that, I'm like, you got to be kidding me. We might as well not even run 5 minutes. Are you
Yep.
shitting me? Who's going to do anything in I got a dead last start. Cool. Guess I'm not doing shit today. I got
Yep.
2 laps to do it.
Just roll around.
Just roll. Dude, if I would have been one of them, I'm like, I'm not even lining up. Like,
I
this
mean,
is-
they're women, so they're all super nice, and then we're over here ranting like this is fucking dumb.
yeah, they're not gonna say anything because they're just like they're not gonna like piss off people because they're still getting the chance now. But like, dude, if I was one of them, I'd have been like, dude, I'm not even. I'd have gone back whether I'm a mechanic or it's my dad or whatever. I'd be like, I'm going back to the truck. I ain't even riding. This is dumb. What am I gonna do with 2 laps unless I get to start?
Yeah.
So no, dude, that honestly, I'm like, that was stupid.
Agree.
That was so dumb.
Agree.
So what's your rant?
Holster Co reload rant.
Oh boy, you're getting up out of your chair. Oh boy. All right. This is gonna get loud, bud. This is gonna get loud. This is
He's
gonna
not
get
paying
loud,
attention.
yeah. Oh, it's gonna get loud. He's gonna yell.
You seen the Sydney Sweeney ad?
Love it, by the way. I don't really care about Sydney Sweeney, but the ad was great.
I mean, she's not.
Yeah, whatever. She's Sydney Sweeney, but the ad was awesome.
She's a blonde-haired, blue-eyed, big boobied chick.
Yeah, whatever.
Okay, great.
Cool. Okay, whatever.
Ad
All right.
was great.
Yeah, ad
Thought
was
it was
good.
funny.
Don't care.
Good play on words.
Don't care about American Eagle. Haven't since I was a high school kid.
won't cause me to buy it. But
Yeah, but
cool.
cool,
Good
cool.
on them for
Good-
doing. Good
play
on
on
them.
words.
Good on them for
Market
not
it.
using a fucking retard in the ad.
Marketing 101.
Whoever is the marketing person, fan fucking tastic idea.
Marketing 101, like we played on words
Yeah.
and we used imagery for it.
Yes.
We're not all stupid. That's all they did.
Yes. Oh no. There's so many fucking retards out there.
Because you're a Nazi. You're a
so-
Nazi.
I'm sorry that you are fat, ugly, hit your head as a child, and fucking stupid.
Yeah,
I'm
and-
really sorry that you're those things. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, dude.
Shut the fuck up. And then you got it. It's so bad of them attacking this poor girl, which, by the way, let's get her a little bit of training as to the internet. Say fuck them all. Like, don't get on there crying and be like, you're all so mean. Like, girl, get a backbone. Get on there. Tell them to fuck right off. Be like, I'm sorry that you're fat and no one wants you. Maybe you should kill yourself. Oh, was that not what I was supposed to say on? We probably just lost monetization on YouTube.
Dude, oh, for sure.
Don't care.
For sure. I mean,
Don't
dude, this is your rant.
Don't care. I'm gonna rant about this.
Go
dude.
for it, bro. Go
you
for
think
it.
this is bad too? I'm starting a new podcast. It's called Alcohol and Gossip,
Oh boy.
where it's just gonna be random talking about whatever.
Yeah, go for
This
it.
would be one of the things. Dude, no, I can't fucking stand it. I cannot fucking stand it. I'm over it. We did this little stint where all of you got to be body positive and all this. Guess what? I'm fucking overweight. I'm 36. I'm overweight. I'm stressed out. My diet shit. I'm not going to cry about the fucking ad person. Oh, my God. Guess what? It doesn't affect my fucking life one iota of a little bit.
Yeah, dude.
So get the fuck out of my face with your bullshit, okay? If you don't like it, great, then just don't buy American Eagle shit. I don't fucking care. Guess what? They ain't going to go out of business. Do you want to know why? Because they only got like a $60 million bump that day that fucking ad went out.
Dude,
$60 million fucking dollars in a day.
Or here's the thing. Don't watch the ad.
Don't watch the ad. Because guess what?
Nobody's forcing your eyeballs to watch this.
Fuck your feelings.
Dude, I mean,
in the infamous words of Duke Gomez, my pronouns are fuck you.
dude, it's marketing. It's literally marketing 101. We used an attractive woman. We used a famous woman that everybody knows. Let's be real, everybody, even if you don't, like, you know who Sydney Sweeney is, and you played on words and imagery. Like, that's all it is. It's marketing 101. Anybody knows that. It's marketing 101. Whether you want to say whatever, like, how are you getting pissed? It's marketing 101. There's been 10 times worse ads out there that have ran that you're like, that was kind of stupid. This one, dude, I don't give a shit. Because I was the same way. I was like, what is all this? Because obviously, me, I don't pay attention to social media. So I'm like, what is all this crap that everybody's getting pissed off about? And I watched it, and I watched
I watched the ad, and I was like, this is what we're mad about?
I watched a few of the different versions of it. Like, not even the original, like the recut.
Did you see him double down and put it in Times Square?
Yeah, which is weird, too, because you would think New York City would be the last place they'd be able to.
You want to know what's crazy is it went up $60 million.
Yeah.
Bud Light, why don't you take a note? Let me tell you how this works. When you listen to the few fucking loud retards out there, you lose money.
Yeah, man. I mean, it's...
And considering the fact that as business people, we're all here to make fucking money, we're here to make fucking money.
Yeah, dude, when people were like, oh, so you're not... I'm like, really? You're calling her a Nazi for after that? Because she played on words?
That she didn't even play on.
I feel like
they
you're-
wrote it for her, you dumb fucks.
I feel like you're definitely jumping and grasping at straws now.
Tell me that you don't understand fucking anything because you are stupid without telling me. Oh, wait, I can tell it perfectly because your hair color tells me most of the time when you're coming at me. I can immediately... Dude, it's like being in the Matrix movie, right? You just instantly, like, the little bar pops up. Retard. Oh, man, that's crazy. I can't fucking stand it. I can't fucking stand it. And I'm over it, dude. We've done this for way, way, way too long. Y'all got away with it. You had your 15 minutes of fame of, body pot and all this bullshit. Again, and here we go. Comments probably won't come because our demographic's different. But if there are people out there coming in the comments, let me tell you, I'm not a racist. I'm not a white supremacist. I'm not anything of that. I hate fucking retards.
You have a brown dog.
I have a brown dog. It's fucking great, dude.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, dude. This
It's not
is
even a golden retriever with
honestly,
blue eyes.
Dude, this reaffirms why I don't do social media, man.
I mean, it makes me want to shop at American Eagle, to be honest with you, just to fucking flip the middle finger to these fucking idiots even more.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess my biggest question is just like, dude, if you have such an issue with it, just don't watch the ad.
I mean, that's what I do.
Like,
It's this crazy thing of I scroll, I see something I don't like, and guess what? Continue on with my fucking day.
I'll be honest with you. When I heard it was Sydney Sweeney, that automatically made me, I don't care about this. I
Yeah.
don't. And then when I heard it's like American Eagle, and then I was like, I really don't care about this. But then it was like, oh, I was up in a rage, and then it's kind of like, well, I got to look at it. Dude, I just don't watch it. Just do not watch it. If you have that big of an issue, it's
Don't
the same
watch
thing-
it. Don't shop there.
It's
I mean,
the
it's
sa-
pretty simple. We all did it with Bud Light.
It's the same thing with politics, bro. If you don't like politics, don't watch politics. Like, I hate politics. I hate listening to stupid stuff. I don't watch politics.
He does. He doesn't like talking about it with me.
Yeah, I don't watch politics. It's that easy, man. It is literally that easy. If you don't have an issue with it, don't watch politics. Don't watch it. Do not watch it. Nobody, look, man, whether I agree or disagree with the people's views on it, that is a totally different thing. But it's like I was trying to say yesterday. everybody can do whatever they want. That is your right to do it, whether people think you're stupid or not, because it opens you up to criticism like you're doing. It's your right to rant about it, whether, like I said, it's wrong or not, and you're going to get open for criticism. In that same breath, don't watch it. Just don't watch it. Like, It's that simple. Like, you can have the opinion because we live in a free country, whether your opinion is right or wrong, which, whatever, that's a different thing. But don't watch it. Do not watch it then.
You do have a right to say whatever the hell you want, and I will die on that sword defending your right to say it.
But that also means people don't have to agree with you.
But I also have a right to say that you're fucking retard.
Just like they want the rights to say things that they don't agree with it's also you're going to get criticism from people that don't agree with you.
Mm-hmm.
It's the same thing. And that's what makes everything great about having free will. You can have these debates because you calling them stupid, they're going to call you stupid. It's going to be a back and forth thing because they're opinions. Plain and simple.
I'm not going to cry in my bathtub and lose sleep, though.
Yeah, it's just one of
I'm
those.
just going to go to bed. I sleep very comfortably with my thermostat set at 68 under my blankie. I'm totally fine.
Yeah, just don't watch
And then
it.
I'm going to get up and go back to work the next day to make sure I earn more money than you.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Just don't
No
watch
problem.
it. It's that simple. Just don't watch it.
Yeah.
Just
So
don't watch
anyway,
it.
that's my holster code reload rant.
That was definitely not going where I thought it was going to go.
Fucking dude, I wrote this down the other day. If you paid
Wow.
attention to your phone because you're on this note,
Oh, yeah.
I did put it in there and save it.
Is it even is it still in the news cycle or is it over with now? Or are people still talking about it?
I see it occasionally here through socials here and there. There's a picture circling right now of some fucking fat African-American lady flipping off a picture of Sydney Sweeney somewhere, and I don't know what the caption is. It's making fun of her. Surprise, surprise. She's probably fucking at home crying in her bathtub eating fucking ice cream, because why would you not do that? Because somebody made fun of you, but it was okay for you to take
Never
a picture.
cried in the bathroom about eating ice cream, buddy?
Fuck no. I'm a goddamn man, dude. I don't fucking...
You're like, I
need
ate
to
ice
do
cream
that.
at the table like a real
I was
man.
going to say, I ate ice cream before I fall asleep watching the race just like a real fucking man in my underwear, all right? So, whatever,
yeah, dude. But I mean, that honestly tells you, though, how much the people that don't like it still, like, it's not even a big deal to them because it's like a news cycle for a little bit, and then it's like, oh, we're going to go to something else. So it's like...
Just
so
whatever
you really,
upsets you during
yeah,
the
so you
day.
really actually didn't care that much about it. You just wanted something to complain about.
Yeah, they have to have something to bitch about because their life fucking sucks.
Yeah, it's
Their life fucking sucks.
It's
They're
crazy.
rich kids, so, like, everything's taken care of. They don't have to worry about money or anything like that. Any of the basic necessities, which if they had to worry about, they wouldn't have any time to bitch about this like this. Yeah, there we are.
And let's be real, probably 95% of them, or not closer to 98% of them, all probably live in
I have
like...
a liberal arts degree.
They probably live in like California.
And I fucking pick toe jam out of my toes for $135 an hour every day.
Hell yeah.
And so what do? I scroll TikTok and get pissed off at white people.
And
It's
they're,
dumb.
and they're usually white.
It's dumb.
And they're usually white.
Oh,
too,
yeah,
which
it's
is
usually-
which is yeah.
White housewives.
Yeah. Yeah, dude, I don't know. The whole this is I don't know, man.
Stupid.
This is ridiculous.
Stupid.
All right, cool. That was good.
Holster code reload rant.
Also,
All right.
reload.
Oh, let's see here. What else do we got? You want to talk about Loretta's? Because Loretta's was during the break here.
Sure. You want to talk
Anything-
about how the A class is slowly dying?
Well, yeah, it's going to. I mean, it needs to. Because all it's going to be is SMX next stuff.
I mean, bro, no, and like, man, I am happy for anybody that wins, even though I can go into a rant
I'll be
about
honest, I didn't watch any of it.
No, I didn't either.
this
I didn't.
week.
I watched like the highlights, but the problem is that even though Verb Moto and shout out to Wes and all those guys have tried to, it's not like the old days where they
No.
literally had coverage of every moto that was important.
Yeah.
They don't even do that anymore. So I'm like, I don't care enough. Enzo Timmerman, good for him. Good for Decandeno or Decandeno or however you say his name. He's come. He's definitely made his way onto the scene, especially started at the Redbud
How about
Combine.
that kid having a heat stroke on the first moto there? What was his name?
I didn't even know. I don't think I paid attention enough to
Yeah,
that.
dude, it's one of Coach's kids, ironically.
Oh, not good.
Yes. Let's see, who was it there? First A moto. Liam Olaf.
Oh, I did see that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
had a
bro.
heat
Well,
Which is ironic. So I don't think I'll get in trouble. I guess Coach can yell at me if I'm not supposed to say this. So his dad hired Coach to help with heat issues, and they were fine. Everything's been fine. What's the one thing? Look, I'll rant about this. What's the one thing that's different at Loretta's than every other race?
what do you mean?
There's one thing at Loretta's that you have to partake in, wear, etc.
Oh, the bibs.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You know those bibs don't breathe, right?
Oh, they never have. Dude,
Uh-huh.
I watched Kennard the year that he won Pro Sport class when it was him and Stroop and Nico. He passed out on the podium 3 times.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and that was actually like the hottest year ever on record at Loretta's.
This is our conclusion right now.
Yeah, I'll
Because
tell you.
that's the only thing that's different.
I'm glad you brought that up.
Yep.
I'm glad you brought that up. because I would have totally forgot about that because just like you, as we just said, didn't really pay attention to Loretta, so it kind of just went out in and out of my mind. Obviously, heat stroke. Liam was riding really good. Liam has also started to come into his own. Good on him. He was one of the kids that were people like, man, he has an outshot shot at winning. He's done well this year. After the first moto, did you see the video of him after he went down and the reason why he had the heat stroke? Riding back, like trying to make another lap?
No.
Oh.
I haven't seen that video. Please do tell. Oh,
He's
doing-
on the bike trying to make another lap as he literally, RJ Hampshire style, cannot hold his upper body upright. He is going over the finish, going back across the start. He's literally like this,
Yeah.
going down the start straight.
I thought he passed out. He passed out right after the finish line.
That's what I mean. He tried to make another lap. He went down in the left-hander, dumped it. Or I think it was either in the beach rollers or the left-hander going back before the finish. He got back on his bike and tried to keep riding. So when he was having a heat stroke, he was on the track. And as somebody that, and I don't know if many people know this name, went through the Josh Lichtel experience when we all had to watch Josh. Like when I watched that, and I'm going, oh my God. Like I'm sitting there watching the highlights, and I'm like, oh my God. Like, dude, and I didn't know that he was one of Coach's kids, so I really hope that Coach doesn't get mad at this because obviously this has nothing to do with Coach, in my opinion. This is just unfortunately something that happens. You could never prepare because no matter, and I think Coach will agree with this, no matter how hard you prepare, sometimes your body just says, yeah, I don't really care what you did. We're gonna go out for today.
Also true, but when your airflow is restricted
Yeah.
you have to wear these bibs.
Yeah, obviously this had nothing to do with Coach. Coach knows how to do this shit better than anybody. So, and I will die on that hill. So this has nothing to do with Coach. So Coach, I'm not. This has nothing to do with you. When I'm watching this happen, I got like PTSD of watching Josh.
Yeah.
But I'm sitting there watching it. How in the hell did nobody see this kid not be able to hold his body upright and not think it was a good idea to jump out in front of him? Because he's riding around in like first gear. So it's not like if I jump in front of you, anything's going to happen to me. I'm watching this and I'm going, this kid's going to die. Like, I could not believe what I was watching.
That's what it's going to take before those stupid bibs go away.
And even they were like watching, they were like, oh, like something's wrong with him. Yeah, no shit. He can't hold his upper body. He's literally like this. He's slumping on the bike, going down the start straight. He's like falling over. So yeah, if you could, I don't know, maybe you can't find it anymore. Maybe it got erased because people. But if you,
I haven't seen one yet. So
if you get a chance, try to find that because I think it was on Verb when they did the recap of that first moto.
yeah.
It's not good, dude. It is not good. It is fully visible to anybody with half a brain cell.
Well, let me just go into another holster rant, which will probably get me banned from the races, but whatever. Those fucking dumb bibs.
Yeah, they're dumb.
I didn't realize you had to buy them.
Yeah.
So I got to pay all of this money. And again, let's just, because we'll go into the slowy thing after this too, right? Since we're already talking about this. There's a number of things with Loretta's here. So we'll just go into the slowy thing here. I'll rant about the bibs. You got to buy them, which they are already selling sponsorships on them. So you're double dipping money, which again, I don't have an issue with MX Sports making money. That's fucking fine. But if you're selling sponsors on the bib, give them the bib.
Yeah.
Number one. Number two, fuck off with the bibs.
Yeah.
We don't need to wear them.
No, it's
no
gross.
one gives a shit. I can't see fucking anything. We don't need it for scoring anymore. It's fucking another layer that you cannot prepare for unless you've been there. But I'm here to tell you, if I go there and I got to wear that fucking bib, which again, I probably won't, but whatever. If I go there and have to wear that fucking bib, dude, yeah, I'm going to have a fucking heat stroke too because it doesn't fucking breathe.
And here's another thing too, and obviously it is up to them. It's definitely it's got not as bad, and I know this is on a smaller thing because you can just choose not to, but there are some people that are out there uneducated. Stop giving these fucking kids Gatorade.
Yeah.
Stop giving these fucking kids Gatorade. I am sorry. Stop doing that. Stop giving these kids fucking Gatorade. And I know it's up to them whether they want to accept it or not, but we know that there's kids out there and parents that don't have any idea.
Yep.
Stop giving these kids Gatorade after the moto.
You need an electrolyte drink.
Stop doing that.
Yep.
You want to talk about a real way to deplete your system and shock your system after doing 20 minutes and 100?
Sugar up with the Gatorade,
Stop
dude.
doing that.
Get yourself some energy fuel.
Yeah.
And chug that
Stop
fucking thing
doing
down.
that.
Yep.
Stop doing that. I watched that shit for years. And even back then, like when I was just a kid and had no idea what the hell was going on, I just did whatever. I'm like, I don't really know if it's a good idea to be drinking a bunch of sugar after I just did a 20+2 moto in 105-degree weather.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't really know. Nope. Take the Gatorade. Fuck off with that shit.
Yep.
Stop giving these kids Gatorade.
Yep, 100%. So Yeah. Okay. So let's talk the Slowy situation. All right. What do you think about that? It's big news. We haven't done a show since then, so go ahead.
I mean, yeah, dude. Like we kind of, if are we talking about the Washougal, like the Washougal thing that led up? To
I mean,
that?
we can talk about all of it, dude, because it's a situation, dude, and it's big shit in the industry
Well, yeah, I mean,
right
he's
now.
not banned. He's not banned.
Huh?
Yeah, he's banned now.
Oh, I know.
Yeah, yeah.
I know.
Oh, I know. I know.
I've
you
been
know.
watching his
I'm
videos.
just gonna put it out there for anybody that doesn't have it. Like Slowy is now banned from the like.
If you don't know who Slowy is, he's basically a moto bro who's
Yeah.
been driving around, going to the nationals and stuff, and he just films everything and fucking
film some party
puts
stuff
it
after
out.
the fact,
Party
like,
stuff,
yeah, just
people
whatever,
fighting in the
just having
pits,
fun.
all that kind of stuff. He's not commentating on it.
No,
He's not like us. He's
not
talking
like Burkeen.
shit.
He's not like Matt Burkeen.
No, he's not doing any of that. He's literally just filming what's happening and putting it out there.
And if he sees some wild shit that has anything to happen on track, if it doesn't even matter if it's an A dude, like he has this famous when High Point, when that step down, the qualifier before that got in there,
Yep.
that dude just hawking the whole thing.
that.
He was that guy.
And
He's
he-
like, holy shit.
And got in trouble for it, which again I've checked with track. So they got him in. They yelled at him for that.
Yeah.
They were basically like, "You're gonna get us shut down, insurance, blah blah blah." I checked with track owners. Ask track owners, is there an insurance thing of someone jumping something like that really isn't meant to be jumped? Is that a thing? Zero.
Yeah,
No.
it's part of the.
Not at all.
It's part of It's part of the track.
Not at all.
Yeah, it's not. You can make a section out of anything.
So again, I don't know. I'm not sure, and maybe MX Sports will reach out to me after this or something and let me know. I'm not sure what the real issue is with him. Now I know there was that situation last year, and that kind of got brushed under the bridge or whatever. And then someone sent him the video from in the TV truck at Washougal of who was it? Hand?
It was Hand.
Jeremy Hand
Yeah.
crashing his bike going over the fence at Washougal.
And then hitting people, yeah.
And he titled it the whole, I know why they really threw the red flag, blah, 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 whatever.
Yep.
And posted the video, whatever. And I know they're not happy about it.
Yeah.
They were very unhappy about it. It happened.
It happened.
Sorry, that video existed. I can't believe that's the only angle we've ever seen of it.
And here's the thing. I'm not going to get into litigate because you and me talked about the whole thing of the track thing. I don't want to get into that. That's neither here nor there because I'm not a lawyer. I will just comment on the Slowy thing in general.
Yeah.
And I hope Sean doesn't come after us now because we have a good standing with Sean. I think it was stupid to ban him. It's not his video. He just put it up there.
No.
Like, it's not like he sent the video. It was from something he recorded.
Yeah.
It happened from somebody within your own fucking truck.
Yep.
Like, how about you do a little bit of, investigation and find out who's leaking your shit? He didn't film it.
Nope.
It happened from
And
somebody.
even if he did, guess what? It fucking happened,
yeah,
dude.
it happened, bro. But here's the, and that's
And
the-
I've been going back watching videos trying to figure out because there was talk. Chase Sexton said this.
Well, a lot of people thought it was because of the red flag about what happened after the whoops.
Oh.
That guy because somebody went down and they got launched off to the side.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, nobody like that was the thing because there was somebody down or whatever.
Well, I heard the whoop thing was it because
Yeah.
that guy had to get carted off. It wasn't really this. And I did hear, thankfully, that with that person going over with Hand going over the fence or whatever, that some lady got her arm hit, but it was a pretty minor injury,
Yeah.
and that was it. That was basically it. Which thank God, that's all it was. Now I will say. And I'm sure you saw this clip too. Sexton said, like, there is a clip of Sexton talking about, like, dude, they built that up. I hope
Yeah.
nobody goes over that fence.
Yeah, for sure.
And then Jet sitting there like, well, I watched Jeremy Hand do it because Jet was coming through.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, no, it's
and like, I've been back watching videos trying to figure out. I can't really tell from a video if they built it up that much or not.
Yeah.
I don't know.
it might have had a little lip on the knuckle, but like, I don't know,
something.
whatever.
I don't know. But it, I mean, it happened.
It happened. I think the Slowy thing is dumb. I think banning him.
That's
just-
stu- it is
I-
stupid. It's really dumb.
Yeah, and I think, and it's been back and forth of what they were actually banned him for. There's people where they're like, oh, he put the video up, and then people are like, no, it had nothing to do with that. It's because him claiming false, saying that's why it red flagged. Okay, fine. If you want to be pissed about that, fine. Be pissed about that. Ban him, a life ban. Dude, are you serious?
Well, my thing is like, this is what drives me crazy too. Is, well, you ban him. You didn't even have a conversation with him of like, hey, bro, we really don't appreciate this. Could you take it down?
The biggest thing was is Michael Lindsay, and I have no problem with Michael.
I don't either.
Michael reached out to him and like, hey, man, you probably should get your facts straight. Like, he was going at it with him on social media, and I don't know if there was a conversation
Have
privately
you
after
seen like screenshots of that or?
This was something Michael said personally. I didn't see the screenshots.
I don't know because I listened to a follow-up Slowy video, and I'm pretty sure Slowy said that he didn't hear from. I don't know.
Oh, yeah, I don't know.
So I'm
either.
pretty sure.
I don't know either.
That to me, and again, like you said, I like Michael. That's a he said, she said thing.
Yeah.
So until somebody comes out with screenshots, I don't know. But there's two sides of that story that aren't lining up. So I don't know what the fuck's going on.
And let
with
me
that.
reiterate for anybody who is watching this, whether it be Michael that sees this, whether Sean sees this, anybody from MX Sports, I'm not taking a side.
They're allowed to ban him.
Yeah,
It is
all
their
I'm
thing.
saying that is up to you. This is your business. You are allowed to ban him. I don't agree with that. If you want to get mad at me for saying that, I just want everybody to know I am not taking sides. I don't know Slowy.
I guess we could just get banned from the races too. What the fuck's new?
I don't know
Oh,
Slowy
well.
personally.
I don't know him either.
We've been at a lot of races that he's been at the same time. Travis and me have never
talked to him.
So I don't know how
Not
he
once.
is. Don't really care. He seems like a good dude. But then I also found out
Oh boy.
about Matt Burkeen.
Okay.
What a lot of people don't know is that his dad Mike has worked at the AMA for a long time.
Yeah.
Matt is also banned from doing any video at the track now because they don't like that when he went to the races, he would comment, but he would put crashes in those videos. He is banned from doing videos at the races now too, because that's why if you don't notice, Matt goes a lot of the amateur races. He's been doing this back and forth. I think he's trying to make this a gig, and he's good at
Yeah.
it. He's funny.
Yeah.
That's why you haven't
watch
seen-
his stuff occasionally. I
And it
laugh.
also comes from a perspective of somebody that actually has accomplished stuff as a racer.
Yeah, he actually rides.
Matt actually rode, had pro national license, was one of the very first dudes to get it in the show in a long time on a 250 stroke, had a good amateur career, grew up racing with Bogle.
He's banned too.
He can't go to the the MX races. He can't go to the nationals or supercrosses anymore and do anything. He can go there as a fan. Can't go there and do anything video related, no matter what. Can't get a media pass. Can't do shit because he kept putting videos out there of crashes, and it's like, dude, that's my shtick.
That's what people want to see anyway.
It's not like he was like putting videos out there of dudes like arrowing themselves into the ground and then watching them get knocked out cold. He was doing that, and like he did that with the Big Hill Jam, some other stuff, but nothing like official. He can't do it anymore. Now, if I'm wrong on that, and I don't know why Matt would ever see this, reach out to us and say that I'm wrong, but everything I heard, he's not allowed to do that anymore. That is what I heard. I don't know if that is official. I'm not saying it is, but yeah, he just can't do it at the Nationals anymore. So I found that kind of weird. If that is true, also the fact that his dad, was a guy, worked at the AMA for a long time. And I'm pretty sure Mike still works at the AMA.
Yeah, my other thing too is like, okay, if you're gonna ban somebody, like dot your T's and cross your I's, handing him a fucking notice that has his name fucking spelled wrong and says like Slowy, Connor Slowy or whatever. Like that's a terrible look. Like please just, if you're gonna be a professional deal and do things like that, be professional about it.
Yeah, you wouldn't see a multi-million-dollar company do a cease and desist order with names and all that kind of shit.
Well, I mean, here's another thing too. Why don't you just hand him one of those? Like you got to cease and desist instead of banning the fucking dude.
Yeah,
Like
man.
he can go watch.
Yeah, I'm not disagreeing with the fact that it's your right. That's not what I'm arguing with.
No.
I just don't agree with the ban. I mean, come on, guys. Like, it's whatever, dude.
I don't
Whatever.
either. And again, we've.
I hope this doesn't ruffle any feathers, Sean. If you're
I
pissed, it is what it is.
Well,
man.
Sean's
But-
not in charge at motocross.
No,
like
but
I know Sean has pull everywhere, or whatever. Sean's not in charge at motocross though. It's somebody else. I can't remember the guy's name now. Somebody told me, but
Roy Jansen. Oh, you're talking
No.
about it from the Feld MX Sports. Yeah.
I don't know who does that outdoor thing.
but
I can't
yeah, I
remember the guy's
mean,
name. But yeah, but
look-
and again, I guess if it ruffles feathers, whatever.
Look, man. This is also, we just said this. This is America. We have freedom of speech. It is also your right to get upset about it. But it's like, are we going to get to the point that like just nobody can voice their opinion if you go?
Motocross
against-
is under attack. You want to comment on that one?
Nope. Not
Do
going
you want
down
me
that-
to start ranting about
Nope,
that?
not
Because
going
I
down
can
that
start
road.
ranting about
Yeah,
that, and
nope,
that road
nope.
will probably get me banned.
I think that's time for another show. I'm not going down that road. Not going down that road. Nope. Don't. We do not have enough time for that show.
Man, yeah, we'll talk some more about that after the show because I have more thoughts about
Yeah.
that whole those couple comments there.
Yeah.
I got some thoughts about that. All right. Prado rumors, or actually, before we get off the Loretta's thing, you want to talk about the PW50 class?
The DQ. And the fact that it was Jessica Patterson and Eddie Ray's kid.
I mean,
Dude, I didn't even know what the hell that was about, and then I looked into it, and like I was like, oh my god! I'm like, dude, the 50s we've been cheating in the 50 class since I was on 50s back in the early 90s, and then when I saw there was JP and Eddie Ray's kid, I'm like, fuck yeah!
let me go on both sides of this here, okay? Let me start with, if you go race the PW50 class,
Any of the 50 classes,
the 50 classes, it is run what the fuck you brung. So
Has been
bring
forever.
the biggest fucking stick you can to try to beat these other kids
if
down.
you can put a 100cc kit
in
in
that
50,
motherfucker, do it.
do it.
And quit fucking protesting each other, because you're all fucking doing it. And I know I work with one of the biggest 50 PW builders out there. And guess what? I hear all the behind the scenes stories from all these different builders. I know secrets about all of it.
Dude, how do you think I felt when I used to help some of the 50cc kids?
It's
and,
fucking dumb.
Yeah, and
Number
we're-
two.
and we're out there and we're like, oh yeah, everybody's cheating. I'm like, why are we not cheating?
Yeah. Let me go. Dude, I remember there were these kids that used to stunt ride back in the day with me. They were young kids. They were stunting CRF 50s. I remember talking to their dad and being like, yeah, man, the first time we went to Loretta's, I thought they were pretty good. They were winning everything locally. We did really good at the regional and stuff. He goes, then we get to Loretta's, and they get like a dead last start. He goes, and as we're going from the start gate to the whatever, I look at this other dad. I'm like, what the fuck, man? And he looks at me. He goes, run what the fuck you brung. And I went, we'll never come back with a stock P-dub again.
Dude, dude, as somebody that for a long time built a lot of engines and helped out a lot of kids in all the mini classes. Yeah, man, I remember one time specifically, we were at a regional at Sunday Creek, and we were in the stock class. We were in one of the 85 stock classes. And for anybody that's never been to Sunday Creek, it's literally like it's an uphill start straight into a sweeping left. And we were literally running all stock bikes. Like we were keeping our motors tight. We were rebuilding our motors all the time. The only thing different is our carb had a little bit of work to it, but it was within the rules. Stock pipe silencer, OEM parts or whatever. The only thing we had in it was a clutch, and clutches are legal because it's not doing any modifications that actually help with airflow and fuel. And we were ripping starts all the time on Jordan Bailey and Tanner Stack. And I remember sitting up in one of the towers, and I remember walking down it, and all of a sudden I hear Jordan and his mechanic bitching and moaning. They're like, there's no way that, because, Jordan was a Suzuki rider, a Rockstar Suzuki rider. They're like, there's no way that bike stock this or that. There's no fucking way doing this. And I'm hearing it. And then it was funny because I already knew this just from being around all those guys or whatever. And I remember walking by, and I go, oh, you don't think our bikes are stock? I was like, why don't you protest this then? And they're like, well, we're not going to do that. And I go, yeah, you and me both know why you're not going to do it. You know why they wouldn't do it? Because if we went back and protested them, their shit's mod too. Mm-hmm. Dude, it's the fucking mini class at Loretta's, bro. It's a mini class. Who gives a shit?
Let me just put this out there for parents too. No one gives a fuck about the mini class.
Cheat, bro. Cheat your ass off.
Cheat. Quit protesting each other.
Cheat your ass off.
Spend as much as you can. Guess what? If your kid doesn't win, it's awesome. It builds character. Now,
Yeah.
let me continue on my rant about this PW fucking class. Okay. First, next thing. Jessica and whatever her husband's
Eddie
name.
Ray.
Eddie.
Yeah.
What the fuck are you two doing, dude? And then for Eddie to play the card of, well, I don't know. We just bought the bike. We never opened it up.
What's funny is Eddie's been a top level mechanic for almost 20 plus
Bro,
years now, dude.
You know that thing is built like it. The thing is like, you guys run a facility. Now you have this on you,
Dude, yeah. When I heard that whole thing, I just happened to laugh because, like, dude, Eddie has been a top mechanic. Like, he was a top mechanic at Honda for a long time. Not like at the factory level. Eddie's been dude. He was the one that was probably doing all the machine work.
Yep.
Like, Eddie is a damn good mechanic.
Yep.
And I'm like Eddie. I'm like, what are you doing, brother? I'm like, what are you doing, bro? Like, everybody's gonna call anybody who knows who you and JP are. And let's be real, everybody knows who you are. They're gonna call bullshit. There's no way. There's no way.
And my last thing, Yamaha, can we just bring out 40 stock P-dubs, brand new ones, that we literally are taking out of the crate while we're there, and just provide bikes to these kids?
Yeah, I mean, honestly,
At Loretta's.
I
You don't
don't-
have to do it at the regional. The regional in the area, wide open, run what the fuck you brung, let the top 40 kids qualify, and then put them all on the same bike, and let's really see who it is. Dude, It's 40 P-dubs. Like, come on.
Yeah, honestly, I don't even know why we have even real stock classes anymore. Because that's why I find it funny. Because then we have we go up and we're like, oh,
They're not
we have the
stock
we have the
anymore.
250B stock too, bro. So you're letting them run exhaust systems? Like that's not stock?
Well, that's the problem, and we just talked a lot about this, right, with 250B and stuff like that, right? Now they have these Worx editions that come with aftermarket exhaust, engine porting, polishing, all this shit. So it's like, well, what is stock then, you know? Because what did they used to call it? It wasn't. Did they used to call it stock? Now they call it something else.
For a long time it went back and forth between stock and then limited, then back to stock, and then
It's limited. No, it was stock.
Yeah.
Now it's limited.
Yeah.
Because
250B limited. You're right. It was
yes,
stock.
because it was stock, but then everybody was complaining because they would allow you change
we
handlebars
gotta change
and
the
stuff.
verbiage, so now it's limited.
Yeah, because so many people were complaining. Because again, everybody takes these way too seriously. Because guess what? No one gives a shit about your 125 BC fucking
dude,
finish.
I remember
Loretta's.
back in the day when the big thing was when it used to be people like Stu was one of these dudes, Davey was one of these dudes, Turbo Reef, all Ryan Mills, when everybody would come out of schoolboy class and then go to A,
Yeah.
and people would bypass the B class, if you were at a certain level. And I remember back in the day we used to have schoolboy 12 to 15 stock and mod. And obviously there was no 250F schoolboy class. It was literally 125s.
Yep.
And I remember back in the day it was stock class, and it would be funny because we'd be sitting around at regionals and shit, and that's when obviously you get everybody that was coming in there that was going to do anything on Loretta's, and it's especially the American Suzuki boys, they're out there and they're on practice day riding a 125, and dude they're just they're hucking 100-foot triples right out of corners, and we're like, that bike's not stock.
That's a stock.
That's not a stock bike. And, it's back in the day, it's it was just kind of an unwritten rule. If you're in the top 10, you're not running an actual stock bike.
Yep.
You're just making it look like you run a stock bike. Nico would have always these problems back in the day in the 85 classes. His stock bikes weren't stock, and then I remember
stock bike's not stock.
Yeah, and then I remember one time he was at Ponca, and he showed up for Super Mini class, and, that was back then, Ponca, it's always been 112 has been the max, CC, max bore. But at certain times, the NMRA, which was what used to, I don't know if they do it anymore, but used to run Ponca, and when Branson was around, they just kind of had open rules. Mod was just kind of mod. You could, there was no cap on the CC. And I remember one time, we all knew his bikes were literally on the ragged edge. They were 120s. Which, if anybody ever has built a Super Mini, anything over a 112 is that's pushing it. You go to a 120, you're pushing your limit on to getting more than a moto. And I remember one time he was sitting up at the start line and he fired that fucker up, and I'm not exaggerating this. He wrapped that RPMs a couple times to about $6,000. I thought I was standing next to a 252 stroke. I'm like, a Super Mini's not supposed to sound like that.
This is not how those bikes sound.
That is not how that bike is supposed to sound. So yeah, I mean, dude. Bro, stock class ain't stock class. Limited, whatever, man.
If we're gonna have stock, let's just bring some bikes out from these manufacturers.
Yeah, everybody that's riding stock class, let's just. How about you bring all your suspension, all your externals, and we're just gonna we're gonna make you put those bikes together in front of an official, and then you're gonna go run it, and we're gonna mark it so we know that's the bike that we brought.
Yep.
Because we are. Let's be real. All you OEMs already have bikes down there, and let's just do it. It's not that big of a deal.
Now, big positive, I did like the athlete tent before you go to the start line there.
Okay. Yep.
Did you see that? Where you could be in there before your moto,
at
a certain time or whatever, and they had drinks, and it was shaded and fanned and everything like that. Big positive there for helping keep the riders cool.
You
I
mean
like
other
that.
than when we used to stand by and pre-staging and die in the sun?
Yeah, direct sunlight behind the
and
cover.
just die? Yeah.
Yeah, no, I like that a lot. And then I guess, from my understanding, the videos I was seeing, it was they would call your moto, and all of you would get up and walk out of the tent up there, whatever. And I'm like, all right, sweet. I like it. Again, I don't have any problem with MX Sports making money.
No.
I don't have any problem with the race itself. It's a business. Yep. So, I mean, do I fully agree? Hey, it's $85 for internet for the week.
On top of the thousands of dollars
that you're
paying.
There's a lot of fees and stuff wrapped into that I'm like, man, this is pushing, as a business person, I don't believe in it. But then again, here, I make the money I do, and they make the money they do. So whatever. But do I fully disagree with it? No. But do I think there's tweaks and different things, and that ban is a little and okay.
Do you want to say one last thing though before we moved on to 250s, or if you have another subject and talk about the A class slowly dying? You want to talk about that for a minute?
Yeah, go ahead. This is a you thing, so go ahead.
Daniel Blair, I think, is about to talk about this, and he was going to reserve. He had his last show, and I don't know where he was going with that, but I think he was reserving because he was going to make a comment on this. Dude, I think the A class is slowly dying. I think that now we're getting to a situation where even though a lot of these kids have gone what we used to call the old Eli Tomac route, and now everybody pretty much does it, we just train at a facility. We go to the areas that we're going to go to. We go to the regionals. We do Daytona. We do the spring nats. Sometimes we do spring-a-ding.
Mm-hmm.
Some people are starting to do the mesquite thing. Maybe you're doing mammoth if you live on the West Coast, but you're starting to only do the necessity stuff. But if you get the chance, you're doing the combines, and you're basically, you're doing all the future stuff during Supercross. You're doing everything you get ready to go pro, which is how it's always should have been a long time ago. It's the one thing you can say that MXGP has a leg up on these guys that they've been doing for years. Putting these guys in front of people, getting them ready the right way instead of just doing amateur races where you're only doing 5-6 lap motos other than Loretta's. And now some of these spring nationals have gone to like 20 minutes or 15, whatever. But like we're doing all this. But on the flip side of that, I think by the time these kids get halfway into their 250 career, they're going to be smoked.
Could be.
I think they're going to be smoked.
Could be.
Because now we're getting to a point that we're adding, because we all know if you're doing all of this, you're adding on more time. So it's like what we talk about with Supercross outdoors in the playoffs. Now we have 31 races, and now if you're doing MX of Nations or if you're doing some of the off-season races, now you're into the mid-30s, and you literally only really have the end of November and December, in air quotes, off to recover. So you're literally basically busy 11 months out of the year.
Yeah.
You never have no time, and you're gonna smoke these kids, as we have seen a few of these guys have already taken some time off. I think the kids, by the time, if you're making them do everything on top of the combine in the futures, and I know everybody will say, well, that's their decision. Is it really? If they want to get in front of these people, is it really their decision, or are they kind of being backed in a corner where they need to do them? Because I think they're kind of being backed into a corner.
Yeah.
And then you're still expecting them to do everything else? Dude, this is going to be like Davey Millsaps all over again. By the time they get to a certain level, they're done. Their bodies are going to be like, we've literally been already doing this for 10 years straight.
Well, this goes into there's a couple things with this. Number one,
And that's just my opinion.
counter argument to this, right? Because everybody was like, oh, these kids don't race anymore, right? They just do the training facilities or whatever. So I heard Wyndham talk about this week, actually, or last week, whatever. And he was like, look, he's like, down at the farm, he's like, we tried that for a while of like going to local races. He's like, here's the problem. We go to a local race. It's the Farm 14 kids miles ahead of everyone else battling.
Yeah.
We might as well just stay at the farm instead of going.
Yeah.
So, okay, that was not something I thought about because we've talked for a long time about the facilities and the kids not racing and stuff like that. But then it's like, oh, well, I guess if you go to a local race and it's you and 3 other kids from your practice facility all there against like normal local people like myself or whatever, you're gonna decimate us and
for sure.
whatever. So the other thing is that this was a big topic on Moto 60 this week between Zach Osborne and Steve. And it's like, okay, well, cool. Well, how do you fix this, right? And Zach's like, dude, you limit the practice. And Steve's like, can't be done. Typical Steve fashion, right? Nothing can be changed. It's just the way it is. And Zach's like, yeah, it can. You practice 1 day a week. Okay, well, how are you going to stop somebody from going to the dog pound and riding or whatever? Well, if you get caught, you get in trouble. And, I mean, it'd have to be serious trouble, right? Like race bans or something like that. Not 2 years, but, 2-3 races, whatever. And you make it, okay, cool. You can practice 1 day a week or something like that, And then that fixes it because, as Zach was saying, he's like, dude, it's not the racing. He's like, it is everything else in between. It's the boot camp. It's riding 2, 3, 4 days a week outside of the racing.
On top of your off-the-bike
On
training.
top of off-the-bike training stuff. He's like, all of that is the issue. He's like, that is the issue.
And Zach would know because Zach comes from the last era of where, like, I need to ride every day and then race and then train and do all of this. Zach comes from that era, and I'm not the big Zacho fan, but when he talks, I agree a lot of the shit that he says now.
I agree with him too on this.
He comes from the era where he knows what that shit was like because he's the last of the era where it was like, dude, I need to ride every fucking day. I need to train every day. Because you also know, too, one thing we always said about Zacho was a bulldog. Like, his training was, like, at tip-top. Like,
and he talked. He knew he needed to ride 2-3 days a week. He knew he needed to ride
Hey,
2 or
what
3
do,
days.
what do we think Formula One guys are doing? How many times do you think? I mean, they do the sim, but how many
Oh,
times?
but you can't take a Formula One car to a racetrack, whatever. This is Steve's argument, dude. Which I don't
Whatever,
agree
man.
with Steve on it. I just don't agree with Steve.
No, I
on
don't.
it.
I don't either.
There's a way to, but then again, I don't agree with Steve on a lot of stuff because Steve is very much set in the ways of this is what it is, this is how it is, and nothing can ever change with it.
And here's the
can't
thing-
get bigger, can't do
Yeah.
anything.
Just
He
gotta
was
stay
trying
the
to
same.
have an argument because we've now had the Deegans on. What's it called there? Sports Center. There was somebody else recently too. Was it Lala or somebody?
Oh, I'm not sure. On
One of
that.
the girls. There, somebody else was on ESPN or something, and he was like, "Oh yeah, but we've been on there before," and they're like, "Not 2 times in less than 6 months."
Bro, Stu was like the only person that was ever on, other than like Ricky when he won an ESPY award.
No. That's not what Steve. No, I'm just kidding. It's so, but yeah.
And here's the thing too: is we see this, and this is my bitching about. If we only got to ride 1 day a week and then we just go race,
mm-hmm.
the reason why, and these kids are talented as hell, they really are. But I will beat this drum until the day I die unless it changes. These kids don't fucking have any race IQ. And you know, perfect example, the combines that have been happening.
Yeah.
Really, Landon Gibson, and I've said my piece about Landon Gibson because here's the thing: what has happened every time that kid's ripped a holy? Checked out.
Fades.
No. Like Landon Gibson, remember the kid that won at Redbud?
Oh yeah.
The kid.
I thought he checked out and then he faded.
No, he used to do that, and then he
okay.
got his shit right. He's checked out when he's got out front. What can he not do when he gets a shit start? Come through the pack.
Yeah.
What is happening? And we'll get to this with the 250 class. Levi Kitchen. What have we always said about Levi Kitchen?
No, you don't want to get me started on Levi right now.
These kids are talented, but they are only talented when everything goes their way.
Mm-hmm.
When they got to work their way through the pack, their brains just shut off.
Yep.
Perfect example. So,
and, I mean,
hey, man,
and this works into stuff we've talked about for years of like, well, yeah, when you're a big fish in a small pond, aka when you have a pro circuit bike racing 35 other dudes who do not have a pro circuit bike, it's easy to fucking win.
or here's the thing: if you talk about
Your bike's got 15 more horsepower than theirs.
and I would never want to disagree with K-Dub because I respect the hell out of K-Dub, and he is one of the very few dudes that I think is a genuine dude in the moto industry. From everything I've ever heard and been around, and and whatever. I will disagree with the fact of I understand. Oh, it's just the Farm 14 dudes yarding everybody. Okay, fine, understand that. Cream is always going to ride as a cop, rise to the top, whatever. Here's the thing: go to the race. You know that's going to happen. Say even you just have 10 dudes in your class, right? How about you let them go? Go like quarter of a lap down, half a lap down.
Start backwards with your bike off.
Yeah. I mean, literally, and I know this is not the same thing, but dude, Josh used to do this shit all the time when we go to races. He got to a level that unless when TJ or Travis and Shane Sewell showed up, he was just leaps and bounds everybody. There was one time at Battle Creek, he fucked around and he was like, I'm going to literally start backwards. He started backwards.
Yeah.
And then he just let him go, and he's like, this is the only way I can actually get any time where I feel like I'm actually like out here pushing.
Yep.
Because if I start with them, and it's not him being cocky, it was just facts. He's like, dude, I'm going to drop him by 25 seconds. There's simple fixes for this, guys. There's really not. There's really not, because here's the thing, too. You're going to get to a point, if you continue to do all these races and keep training, these kids aren't going to have much of a career because they're going to be burnt out.
Yeah. I think, I mean, I agree with Zach. I think there has to be some way to mandate training.
Yeah.
On bike training.
Yeah, no, I agree.
There has to be some way. And there's enough now that you can.
There's enough data.
Yeah, that you can keep track of it. Of like, hey, we're going to do 1 day a week. Okay, cool. Here's your whatever to show that you do 1 day a week. And I don't know.
Because I think these kids now, and I don't know if this is where Daniel was going with, so I'll be really curious to see when he puts the video out, and I'm not claiming he is. I just have a sneaky suspicion that maybe he was going that way, or maybe I'm way off. I'm not claiming that. So, but I'll be really curious to see when he puts that video out, but I think that's where he was going with. These kids are going to get burnt out. The group of kids now that have been doing this for the last couple of years, or that are transitioning over, the Enzo Timmermans, the Landon Gibsons, the Liam Olofs, the Kate Johnsons, all these, I don't know how long of a career they're going to have, because by the time they get into their mid-20s, dude, they've already been doing the full-time program since they were 16 and 17.
Yeah.
10 years into a career and you're only 25. I don't know, man. That's a lot of time to be grinding and only be really, really young.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I still believe that this is why I don't think we're going to see Jet and Chase and all those guys much longer.
Yeah.
Because by the time they get into their 27, 28, specifically for Jet, because he's only, 21? I don't think he's turned 22 yet.
He might be 22.
22. Okay, 22. By the time he gets 27.
We won't know because the comments won't tell us that. Now, if it was Deegan's age, we would know.
Yeah, I know. Dude, I think he's going to be smoked. I think he's going to be burnt out.
Yeah.
He's going to be like, dude, I don't want to do this anymore.
Yeah.
I've ridden 9,000 races.
Mm-hmm.
Like, why would we want that?
Yeah. I don't know. It'll be interesting. All right, a couple more things here before we get out of the Complete Racing Solutions halftime report here. You want to talk Prado rumors or Jets contract rumors?
So let's talk about Prado for a second. You want to go ahead, or you want me to just?
You can go. This was your thing. You found it. You started talking about it.
So the
yesterday.
rumor is, and this has been floated by a few people in the industry, and it's not 100%. It's a rumor. It's a soft rumor, but apparently it was the talk at Ironman that Prado is possibly going to KTM for a bonus-only contract. If that is true, which nobody's saying it is, it's just a soft rumor that's been floated out there, and you know how the moto industry likes to do. People float things and this and that, but this has also been reported by Mathis. I think Daniel Blair also. He didn't put this anything out there. I think he was either retweeting or recommenting something. Daniel, but I think it was a retweet maybe. I don't know. And then Michael Lindsay commented on this. A couple other people have talked about this, but we also know how some people like to put things out there, which if that's the case, the person putting it out there would have been Mathis, which that'll be interesting because usually Mathis is one
Wait,
of those.
hold on. You want me to rant like him? I can't believe he put out fake news like this. This is unbelievable. Yeah, like what? Like,
Yeah,
you
you
just
mean
hear somebody have a
you mean
conversation.
Like,
you think
mean
that's
like
it?
Weege putting out there that he heard from Bobby Regan about Deegan going, yeah, we'll get
boy,
into that.
That's a whole thing.
Yeah, we need to talk about that for a minute when we get that to the point. But that's a rumor that's been out there. That's a crazy rumor to me because just for the fact of we know that Eli is going to KTM. Now I know that Tom is. We all know. For anybody that doesn't know, fortunately, my guy Tom's going back to the GPs.
No, we're gonna see Tom on a 450 at what's it called next year? The Wick.
Yeah, whatever.
He's excited.
People were like, "Oh my god!" And I'm just thinking when I heard that, I'm like, "Stu, come on, buddy. You know better. You know what that game was." He couldn't say anything, so what else is he gonna say? Tom's not going there, but I know that Tom was making good money, but like whatever. It is interesting to me if that is a rumor that's being floated because I will here to tell you that is not a rumor that I thought would ever. First off, bonus only, but second off, KTM of all things. Like I'm like, well, KTM didn't have any money.
Kawasaki's so good.
Kawasaki is great.
Kawasaki bike was so good.
You think Kawasaki just floated that rumor out there just to
Dude,
like?
maybe. Who knows? That'd be awesome. if
Somebody
they
made
did.
a comment about that. You're like, do we think this is just Kawasaki like floating that
Can't wait
out
to
there?
listen to Steve's shows this week and hear what he says.
Especially because he was the one that put this out there.
Read between the lines with it of like, oh, so Dan Fahey told him that.
How fucking?
Hold on. Let's just start a rumor right now. So Dan Fahey.
Dan Fahey's how Bruce Sornstrom.
Yeah.
How fucking hilarious would that be if that was Kawasaki that floated that fucking rumor?
I don't know,
Just
man.
because they want to get rid of him. Like, hey man, I heard there was a rumor out there.
It'd be that would be so crazy though if that was what happened because
You want to talk about teams fucking playing games?
I agree with the consensus, which is like I think he'll make it through next year, but if next year doesn't go any better than this year, then I think they'll split ways.
Yeah.
But I think it'll be a situation of he'll go, this isn't working, and they'll go, yep, it's not, and they'll be like, you want to just call it quits? Yep, and then he can go do whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, I heard too, and I'm sure you've heard this too. We've kind of talked about it of like there are some rumors. So Lewis Phillips was talking about it that like
the
they
GP
were
thing?
talking to GP teams
I think-
supposedly.
But also, when Lewis also said
That got
that's-
shot down the same way that the Deegan riding 450s at Bud's got shot down. But
Well, Lewis also has made the comment because he's obviously been around Jorge quite a bit, and Jorge's pretty upfront. That's why he got the infamous Washougal interview about him, like completely like that dude. That interview is gonna go down in infamy.
bro,
now.
how about dude?
Oh, I know, and that's a topic for another. thing. and
There's
that's
been a couple Prado interviews. One with Lewis, the one with Steve. That it's just like wow.
But also, Lewis also made the comment, though, that when he said the same thing to Adam Wheeler, he's like, look, this is what Jorge does, though. He did this years ago with MX2 when coming over here. He just does that to see play in the field, to see if he can get any, like, it's like throwing bait
Yeah.
out there to see if he can get any bites.
Yeah.
He's not serious. But, yeah, it'll be interesting, man. I'll be really curious to say here. And although I don't think that it's going to happen, all I'll say is that if that does happen, that is the craziest shit that's happened in a long time. And not only that, the KTM thing still surprises me because of the fact all we heard is KTM's throwing the load at Eli, but then for it also to be a bonus-only contract, I'm like, whoa, okay, all right. I don't know if I'd have done that, but whatever. If it happens,
Bonus only is aggressive. I mean, good betting on yourself.
Yeah, I mean, good,
But
and we
that's
know
aggressive.
Jorge does not lack confidence, and that is something I said. That is a him thing. That is him.
I hope it's big outdoor bonuses.
Yeah. Wild if it happens, man. Wild if it happens. I almost hope it does happen, just because of the fact I want to see like how the industry reacts to that.
This to me lends credence to like we need privately funded teams here. We need to kind of eliminate the factory teams and go to
Yeah.
privately funded, so we have more teams and more
Pretty
spots
much kind of
and
like
stuff.
how the GPs are getting to the point that like
Yeah.
they're going to be only privately. Dude, it's going to get to the point, and I'm not going to go on this rant. It's going to get to the point though the GPs don't have any factory teams anymore. It's
Yeah.
all privately funded shit.
Yeah. So,
Jet though.
oh, the Jet contract rumor.
So I don't know too much about this. I know that the rumor came out, but
There's
like, what do you want
lots
to
of
talk
stuff floating around, and I've heard for a long time. And again, we're only talking about this because it is kind of a talk out there. Like, there's a lot of people talking about it, and no one has solid info yet. I do believe there is solid info out there through certain channels.
Mhm.
I'm not going to say who, what, when, where,
Yeah,
why,
for
but
sure,
I
for
do
sure.
believe there's certain info there that is solid, whether people want to admit it or not. It's big. It's real big.
Like, have you heard a number? Can you say the number? Because I haven't heard anything.
The number I heard, and again, I don't know anything, all speculation, just entertainment purposes, just so we don't get dinged by anybody here. The number I heard was roughly like a $3+ million base with bonuses and options that could be up to $8 million a year.
$8 million total with the bonuses and options.
And a 5-year deal. So
Wonder where that leaves Hunter.
So 5-year deal, $3-ish million base with bonuses that could total up to $8 million. That, and again, all speculation, no solid facts here. I'm not claiming I know what it is. I heard that the only thing that I know is that I have heard it is one of the longest contracts we've ever seen, and it is the biggest contract we've ever seen. Those are things I've heard that I 100% fully believe and do believe to be true. Outside of that, I don't know anything else, dude. Those are numbers that I've kind of heard rumbling around in a couple of different places, and I could see that, which means the contract could be worth, if Jet does Jet things, up to about $40 million in the next 5 years.
Well, two things to that.
From Honda.
And two things on that. Kudos on him, man. You know, even if I'm not a fan of the person, I'm all about for people making money that deserve it, and Jet obviously deserves it. My two things to that is, I wonder what Hunter's going to get, because obviously we know it's not going to be anywhere near that, but it makes me wonder, okay, what's Hunter going to get and how long? Is it going to be the same thing because, you know, the package deal, whatever. You know, that also tells me, too, if they're gonna put that much money, which it's worth it, because let's be real, Jet is Jet. It's worth it.
Jet is Jet.
Jet is Jet. It is worth it. When Joe and Hymas's contracts are up, 250 program goes Ixnay. That's my thought.
Who do you think will run the 250 Honda program then?
Somebody will, but it ain't going to be directly from Honda.
I don't know.
I fully believe that if that is the number, because then also we have to account how much are they going to pay Hunter.
Yeah.
It's going to be a lot of money, and it's not like Honda doesn't have money, but still, we know how things are nowadays. I guarantee that when Hymas and Joe's contracts are up, 250 program goes away. I cannot see them paying Jet plus whatever they're going to pay Hunter that much money for that long and then continue to pay 250 guys or even one 250 guy. And no offense, because we know Joe just re-upped. But
Yeah,
like
but you have to have a pipeline somewhere.
no, I think there's going to be help, but I don't think it's going to be it's going to be factory
You think we're
Honda.
going to go back to like a Geico situation?
I think that it's kind of the talk that we heard there for a while. Like, it could be a Phoenix Honda. It could be your Reeves
Yeah,
team.
but I heard that was a rumor. Like we heard the same thing. We heard it was a rumor, and then I heard that's all it was a rumor.
Well,
like,
then it
wasn't
could be-
real. That Honda was like, dude, I might even heard Lars say like, yeah, there's no plans to shut this 250 program
Then
down.
it could be your Reeves team that takes over for doing it.
I mean, maybe.
I mean, Reeve, like, let's be real. He runs the factory Honda team in
Yeah.
Australia, and we know the links. Obviously, it helps that your two main guys are Australian.
Yep.
Bring over here.
But I
Aussie
heard-
and New Zealand, like that's like we're now getting these guys over there. They're proving their worth again. And Reeve has obviously been proven for a long time that he knows how to run a team in the right way.
But then again, too, man, you gotta look at because Lars is out there all the time, right, talking.
Mm-hmm.
So the interview this weekend, outside of him being pissed off about the jet penalty, Shimoda has a deal on the desk.
Yeah, but Joe's only going to be
There is
able.
a deal there for him to ride 250s with them for probably the next 2 years. I don't assume he's got a 1-year deal. I assume it's a 2-year thing. And Hymas, I think, is locked in for 2 more too. So we got at least 2 years there for both of them.
I'm going to
And
tell you,
then
if
what
Hymas-
happens if they both don't produce? Then you're just going to drop them both.
Why not? Why not,
I don't
dude?
see Honda doing that. Because to be honest, we've talked about this too, right? That there's no path through Honda. I think Honda makes a third slot for Joe.
I disagree with that.
Lars talked about it.
That's fine. I think it's just talk.
How do you think they don't? He is a Japanese rider who won Redbud in front of the president of Honda.
Yeah, I know. I understand that.
They'll make a spot. Joe will stay on Honda until he retires.
Then that also will
Because
be
Honda will make that spot.
Well, I know this. I mean, dude, I remember I was the same person that put it out there. I didn't say who it came from, but the reason why he got the Geico ride because Japanese wanted him on there.
I understand.
The reason why I don't think that's going to happen is because then you are talking about, well, first off, if you're going to have 450 dudes, then the 250 program really going away
Yeah.
because you're going to pay Joe a decent amount of money.
I mean, Joe and Hunter are going to be $1 million contracts.
Dude, I don't know
on
how Honda's going to
450s.
afford it. Like, Honda does well. That's a lot of money.
Honda's a big-ass company, dude.
So is Yamaha.
A big-ass
So is
company.
Yamaha.
Yamaha is, too?
Yamaha's a big-ass company, and they still needed somebody like Bobby Regan and Brad Hoffman to put money out there. Look, I'm not disagreeing that I wouldn't like it to happen. I would love to see it happen because I think Joe's done it. But also, you got to look in the fact of, dude, he has not produced a title yet.
I understand, but that
And if
doesn't
he
matter.
doesn't produce a title after Hayden leaves because now you got that badass dog and Cole Davies.
You are talking race-winning potential Japanese rider. When was the last time you saw that?
Akira Narita.
Exactly. And I don't know much about him. What was his career like?
Well, it had nothing to do with the U.S. It was the fact that he was the winningest Japanese champion of all time. And
Yeah.
honestly, it matters more to them winning the Japan series than it does in America.
Yeah, but they bring him over. and
Oh, they did.
want
Oh,
him
no,
in
he did
front of
well.
it.
He did really well over here, but
Yeah.
he wasn't here long enough to ever like compete for a championship.
Yeah. Like I said, I would honestly be more surprised if they don't make a spot for him versus they do. With everything we know from all the way back to the Geico days of him
Getting the
ride
ride
because of the Japanese pressing Geico. And I could reach out to our old friends from there and see about what that situation was like. But in comments that have been made recently by both Lars and other people, I could really, for as much as we were like, there's no way they make a third spot, when you start piecing it all together, Japanese tie, Honda, very Japanese-centric brand, there's just no way they let him go.
Are Jet Hunter and him all cool with everything that's gone down in the last year?
I think so. From what I understand, that's okay.
Okay. All right. Look, man,
That's-
I'm not saying
that's what I understand.
You know I like Joe. I would love to see it. I just, more things have to come into play for me to really get on board with that. But look, dude, I'm not going to argue. If it happens, I'm all about it. I like Joe. I really do.
What do you think his other contracts are for right now? Because he's got obviously a deal from Honda on the table.
Are you talking about what I think his base salary is? Or
No. I'm just saying, who do you think the other teams are that have a deal for him?
That put out of there a deal for him? I think Triumph, floated him one. I think Triumph floated him one. But I think now, too, with the Honda thing coming and then just the realization of how good Harrop really is over here, they probably like, yeah, maybe not. And honestly, man, this is going to sound stupid and really easy to say, but, and I only say easy to say because of his connection before, I heard Pro Circuit offered him.
I heard the Pro Circuit rumor too, but then there's such a weird thing there going on with the Marchbank shit too.
Yeah,
because
now all of a sudden Garrett's pulled his head out of his ass and has figured out, that like, hey,
and supposedly they're real close with him too at this point, like
Well, they
getting
should
him
be.
a deal
They should be.
essentially. I heard there was an Austrian contract in front of him,
then I think the only one could have been is KTM.
but that's one of those things where I'm like, man, Honda, give him more money.
Yeah, no shit. Why not?
Like, why would you let the only Japanese rider in the paddock go to an Austrian brand? That would be so dumb.
Well, I've also said this plenty of times on the show, and other than Joe, going to Honda, like, it's a sought-after deal to ride for Honda, whether it's 250 or 450, just
Yeah.
because of what Honda has accomplished and being the winningest brand of all time.
Yep.
But, and we talked about this, it's a death sentence for anybody on a 250, though. Because
Outside of maybe Joe.
yeah, outside of maybe Joe, and obviously those are different circumstances.
Because I will say they will probably make a spot for Joe,
Yeah,
but there
and
ain't
dude-
another spot getting made.
And bro, if they make it happen, I will be the first one to say how pumped I am because Joe, I think Joe is awesome. I think everybody agrees with that. Anybody that doesn't like Joe, you suck.
Yep.
Like Joe does not
If you
get.
don't like Joe, then you suck.
It's like if you don't shoot Big Red, then you
Shut-
fucking suck. But like, who doesn't like Joe?
Yeah.
But the person that gets the shit end of the stick in all this is Hymus.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's like, hey, bro, even if you can finally stay healthy and finally do something, especially now that your biggest rival outdoors in Deegan is going away next year, you're never going to be more than a 250 guy in this team.
Yep.
I feel bad for him.
Yeah, I know.
Because it's like, hey, man, you go to the 450, you ain't going to be on a red bike.
No. Nope, he's going to have to move and go somewhere else here when
So it's
somebody
like
retires.
all that effort that went into building him was for naught.
Yep. Yep.
So, yeah, I don't know. There's something's going to have to change there. Something's going to have to change there.
Yeah, we'll see. All right, that's been your Complete Racing Solutions halftime report. Seth,
Me.
is there anything going on in the chat over there for the members live stream?
Let me check.
He's like, no.
Probably not. It's been pretty slow.
Is anybody watching?
As of right now, 6.
Oh,
All right, well, that's not bad.
yeah, it's better than 0.
What do we got in the chat? I know there's some in the chat.
All right, I'll start from the top. There's been about like 6 messages or so.
Okay, cool. Start from the top.
Stefan says hello, Travis.
What's up, Stefan?
David says what's up, gentlemen. This is way earlier before.
David?
bud?
David, good to see you.
Tim Cross says Colt Nichols was on Pat McAfee.
Oh, Pat McAfee
Pat
show.
McAfee show, yep.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
At Indy SX.
Yep.
Yep, forgot about that.
Yep.
He also says ESPN.
Yep.
Stefan says Jet equals 5-year at $4 million a year.
Okay.
What things that.
Okay.
It's in the range.
All right.
That is all that you got.
No,
Okay.
I did
cool.
forget about the Pat McAfee thing.
Yeah, I didn't think about that.
Yeah,
So.
that was a pretty big deal, but the
Yep.
only reason he got on that is because who they originally had on was canceled. But hey, man, if you're on the show,
Yep.
good for
Anyway, all right. Moving on to our last segment here. 250 Race Recap brought to you by our friends at Flo Racing. Make sure to check them out for all your mini bike needs. If you want to build a sick-ass P-dub.
a sick ass cheater P-Dub.
No. We're by the rules. We're cool.
I know. I'm just
We're
kidding.
cool.
I'm just
I
kidding.
was trying. So I had the kids' bike, the kids' old P-Dub,
Uh-huh.
setting out at the booth this weekend. And I had a bunch of people looking at it, and all the kids are like, oh, look at that little dirt bike, whatever. And then a few people be like, is it for sale? I'm like, yep, $5,000. Because, I'm just saving it for my next kid.
Yeah.
That's all there is to it. And then when people would ask, be like, yeah, $5,000. And then I would, look at whoever was with me and be like, yeah, because I'm just going to go buy a brand new one in the crate and just put it away until I need it. Whatever, man. Nobody bought it for
Yeah.
$5,000, so whatever.
Yeah.
I've got a new message here from Michael.
Michael.
He says, what do you guys think of both the Australian champs coming over and not making the top 10?
Well, Kyle Webster had a heat stroke, so that's a fucking issue.
Brody Connolly, he's from New Zealand. He won the MX2. I mean, Brody's a very talented dude, and him and Webster have the similar style. Brody's a good rider.
I don't know anything about it.
Yeah.
And
Brody, I could have told you this was going to happen because he is another one of those guys that, when he gets a terrible start, he struggles working his way through the pack, and he just
Bummer.
that bike as good as that bike is, it's not on par with the Star bikes and the PC bikes.
Interesting.
So, but he's a good rider. He's on the New Zealand team. He's on the MX2 New Zealand squad. He's
Okay.
really good if he gets a start. He'd have been one of those dudes that had he somehow yanked a Holy, he would have made it interesting for a few laps because he likes to go send it. But yeah, I mean, that's just gonna happen. It is what it is.
All right. Cool. Anyway, moving on. So 250 Race Recap here brought to you by our friends at Flo Racing. Deegan comes out, goes 1-1.
First moto was pretty interesting there for a good 25 minutes.
It was. But
Less trash talk too between him and even Stu made this comment. It's a little weird.
yeah, he's very, very subtle
He's
now.
very humble with. Is it because it's Joe and he doesn't he actually has no issue with Joe, which is funny because Joe is the one dude that actually ran him hard. So you'd be like, wait a fucking minute.
Hold on, pause.
Wouldn't you think that he would bitch about Joe more than anybody? But I mean, yeah, is that a respect thing with Joe?
I don't know.
What is that?
I don't know.
Or yeah, because I mean,
maybe we're prepping for 450s here.
I mean, could be, or could it really be that because Joe actually has the balls to, hey man, I don't really care who you are, that maybe Hayden looks at it and goes, I like that.
How did you like Joe's interview on the podium, second moto, end of the day? Hey, second overall. What was the difference between you and Deegan? he got a 450 contract. I just start dying. I'm like, oh, man, Joe, you're getting better at this, buddy, and I like it a lot.
Dude, Joe's awesome, man. Like I said, I don't know how anybody that doesn't like Joe, I don't understand.
If you don't
either.
like Joe, then fuck you.
Yeah, if you don't like
'Cause,
Joe, then
man,
you
that was
fuck you.
awesome. That
Joe's
was
just,
awesome.
Dude, Joe has got to be like one of the just low-key, like good
Funny dudes,
Funny,
yeah.
and people have said that. They're like, Joe's funny, and Joe doesn't even realize that he's being
Oh,
funny.
yeah.
Because he's still, even though he's been over here for almost 14 years, Japanese culture is still so ingrained in his mind that I think there's still a little bit of a disconnect. And I think when he's just being like a normal person from that side of the world is where they're just being blunt and being honest, whereas to us it's like funny because
Yeah.
most people aren't over here.
Oh, yeah.
He's like doesn't get that it's funny, and everybody over here is like, did he actually just fucking say that?
Yeah. All right, but let's go back to Deegan here. So that was a great ride by
Great
him.
ride for him, man. Great ride.
Okay, so he wraps the title early, right? After next weekend?
I mean, I would assume so. I mean, with the way he's riding, the only thing I would say is his track record is not like he won a moto last year at Unadilla, but if you look at his track record since his rookie year, he's been, and I know the 1 year his bike blew up, but he's been very up and down at Unadilla over the years.
Yeah.
So he could very well, obviously, like with the way the season's gone, he could go 1-1 like he has before. Unadilla's just not been kind to him. It could be one of those things where he wins the first moto or gets second and just gets a bad. I don't know. I think he would tell you that he doesn't gel well with that track.
Yeah.
So if I was a betting person, yeah, I would say totally. Like, there's no reason not to. But part of me would say he's not great there. It's kind of like the Redbud thing. He just doesn't click with the track. So, I mean, yeah, he very well could. And if you were a betting person, you'd probably be smart to bet that he wraps it next weekend. But history will tell you that he might struggle there.
If he does he ride a 450 at Bud's?
God, I hope so.
I don't know, but I hope so, man.
I mean, honestly, man, like, I don't give two shits if he does. Like, I don't give two shits in the sense of, like, what it means for, like, results. But I really hope he does just because I want to see the fireworks start early. And you know why? Because of all tracks, Bud's Creek, the one where if you yank a Holy, it's one-lined as fuck. Could you imagine what's going to happen if he yanks a Holy and Chase and Jet are second and third or Hunter's in there?
Yeah, because he's not going to care. He wants to win.
He's going to want to win. Oh, dude, like, pretty much the whole class outside of Eli. Jet, Chase, Hunter, J. Coop, RJ, if they're all behind him, they're going to be like, ooh, ooh. God, I hope so. I really hope so. I hope Brian was just playing like saying the whole thing. Dude, that's next year.
Well, did you listen to Daniel Blair's video about this?
No.
He did a whole video breaking it down, and I thought he broke it down beautifully, right?
That's smart.
And, like, the big thing was that, like, dude, he doesn't have a contract signed for 450s yet. Now, Daniel also thinks he's going to go 450s starting in Supercross because they're going to play it the same way they did when he came in the 250 class, which is like, we're just here to learn.
Bro, if we're being honest, what else does I understand the defending?
Zero.
What does he have to earn?
Nothing.
What does he have to learn?
Nothing.
Like, dude, he's going to win this outdoor title and then probably going to win the SMX title again. What the hell else does he have to prove in the 250 class?
And like his new deal, right? He no longer rides for Star Racing.
No, he rides for
factory
Yamaha.
Yamaha contracted.
He's
He's
just
going to
under-
pit out of the 450 truck
Yeah.
with his 250, which is why he's also not going to be in Thor gear next year. He's going to be in
Yeah,
Fox.
Yep.
So you start putting all these things together. It's like, why wait? I don't understand.
Yeah, dude, I don't understand it. What is the point? Oh, you want to defend the title? Who gives a shit?
Yeah.
Like, because people keep latching onto the comment that he always made. They're like, dude, I just want to keep making as much money as possible. Bro, come on.
As DB says, nothing to gain, everything to lose.
Come on, bro.
By racing Supercross.
I think he needs
on
to
a
go in.
250.
And another reason why I fully think, because even though he won that title and he cleaned up at the end of the year, and we're not going to get into the whole Cole Davies thing, I'm agreeing with all the Deegan people. Like, he cleaned up, he did well, he won the title. We still know outdoors, I think you can look at, there's only a few dudes that you're going to be like, he's probably not going to beat them. Supercross, I think you need to look at, even though
A lot of guys.
even though he did really, really well and he won the title and he won it by a pretty decent margin at the end of the year and he did what he did in Vegas, he would even tell you, yeah, I'm still not happy with where my Supercross skills are right now.
I don't know if he would tell you that.
Behind closed doors.
Oh, that he's not happy with his
Yeah.
Supercross skills? Well, maybe.
Behind closed doors.
I'll
He's
give
not
you
going
that.
to say it
Maybe
publicly, yes. And there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with wanting to get better because he is going to have, just without winning the title, he's going to have the same thing that Jet Lawrence learned.
Yeah.
Riding 450 Supercross, it's hard.
Yep.
It's very hard. And outdoors, like I said,
Jet still won the title.
that's why I said he's not going to have the Jet. He's not going to have the Jet. Jet will even tell you, though, that year was rough.
Yeah, I know.
It was rough. It was not
I'm
the way
saying
he
it
thought.
wasn't. But we still won the title.
Yeah, he did. Hayden's not going to win the title as rookie.
I don't think so either.
So, no, He's not.
99% chance.
450 outdoors, I think you
And
could look
here
at.
come the comments.
Yeah, 450 outdoors, I think you could look at it. If you want to just say Jet and Chase are the only two dudes that can beat him,
Yeah.
you know what, man? Whatever. I'm not going to sit here and argue with you. I can look at a lot of dudes in 450 Supercross that might have the chance of beating him.
Mm-hmm.
Go get your time now. Get used to it. Use it as a building year in 2026, and then you can come into outdoors and go, all right, now we're coming in swinging because this is outdoors. This is different. This is a lot different.
Yep.
And honestly, if I think they were smart just for branding, I understand the 38 thing's cool. I'd run 238 for my rookie year.
Yeah.
Go back to your rookie year. Just kind of run 238 and then run 38 the next year.
Yeah.
But no, I hope he runs the 450.
Want to know a funny thing? I saw a Deegan 38 shirt at the truck show this weekend. I was like, wow.
It's
And
funny,
we're
but it's
here.
really not even a shock.
And we're here.
It's not even a
So,
shock. He's gaining fans that have nothing to do with Moto.
100%. 100%. So, all right. Shimoda goes 2-2.
Dude, he was rolling the
Yeah.
start of that first Moto, and then he just got stagnant with his lines.
Yep. Yep. And the second moto, again, good, but then
Just kind of is what it is.
yeah,
Just kind of there.
couple bad laps there, and then we're off the pace, and there we go.
Yeah.
Vial goes 3-3 for third. God, they fucking dropped him that for 50.
Yeah, dude. Even I was like, holy shit.
seconds,
And then
dude.
what was it only like between? It was like what? Only like 5 seconds between him and Joe at the finish at the
Yeah.
second Moto. So he got to figure it out as Tom usually does. I like the aggressiveness. We talk about Chase with Jet.
Yeah.
Levi, fuck out of here.
Yep.
Leaning on him, going down pit row. Just I'm watching it and I'm like, ooh, I know he's exactly what he's gonna do. He did what he did to Hayden last year and leaning on him.
Yep.
Like, hey man, look, say what you want about Tom. That's fine. You know I'm a Tom guy. Say what you want. We got 5 races left with him. I think people, because I also think too, say what you want. I think a lot of people do like Tom. I think he does get a lot of cheers when he's on the podium. I think people like him, which is interesting because he's the first French dude in a while that has gotten, the support maybe since Marvin
Yeah.
of the Americans as a French guy. Dude, he did a really good job over here. You got 5 races left with him. Because I'm here to tell you, man, with Deegan gone next year, and you're looking at Joe, and as much as there's some other dudes in the class that I support, the only other dude that's even going to be there is Cole Davies. So, because with Tom being gone, like, this might be another runaway. Like, it might be Joe and Cole Davies and just everybody else.
Yeah. Could be.
So you're going to be missing a top dude that's just not going to be there anymore.
Yep. Marchbanks goes 4-6 for fourth. Good ride. Passed about 100 dudes that first moto.
Didn't have to do with the second Moto.
Didn't have to do with the second moto, so good on him.
Yeah, he was I think he spent himself a little bit that first Moto though, because after he got around, what was it, Jalik?
He got an IV.
Oh, he did.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
After the race. Yep.
Yeah, he was working hard, man. But
Yeah.
yeah, he's throwing his name in there that he's finally getting this shit figured out, and dude, he's gonna be another threat next year.
Yep. Drew Adams 8-5 for 8th. This was his pro debut last year,
He
so
did good, man.
okay.
He did good. He's had a I would say a rough year.
How about every time you look up, it's like 4 Kawasaki's in a row.
Not only 4 Kawasaki's,
4 triumphs. Just all there.
And it like flip flops. One moto, it's all 4 triumphs, and then the Cowies are spread out. The next moto, it's all 4 Cowies, and then the triumphs are spread out. Could you imagine though that if Ty Masterpool and then Cam McAdoo would have been there, we could have just looked in the leaderboard and it's just like 6 Kawasaki's just making up it.
You got a Honda and a Yamaha out front,
Yeah.
and then it's just Kawasaki and Triumph for the next 14 spots.
Yeah, it's like, what is this shit? But it's cool though. It's
yeah.
interesting. It's a little bit of a throwback to what it was in the pro circuit days when they were just kind of dominating.
Yeah. Harrop goes 5-9 for 6th. Okay.
Keep saying this again, man. He has been a revelation to anybody that didn't know his name, dude. 'Cause
Yep.
I think he would even tell you, he's like, man, I just kind of came over here and
Really like his interviews too.
dude, he's a good dude. He's a good dude.
Yep. Volan 7-8 for 7th.
I didn't realize his season's been actually as like consistent as it has.
Yeah.
He's been good.
He's consistently
Right?
right there. Yep.
Yeah.
Very quietly.
Yeah, quietly. I mean, honestly, man, this is all you can expect for him
Yep.
with everything he's went through.
Yep.
Ooh, I know who it's going to be for.
Kitchen.
What?
14-4 for 8th. Okay, we looked at his results on the last show. Who was with me? Cole? Yeah,
Cole
I think
and Tom?
so. Yeah, Cole and
for
Tom.
Washougal?
We looked at his results. They're not as bad as you would think, but they're terrible for a guy that's supposed to be battling for a title. Because,
And
I
then
mean, you go back and look here. His overall finishes. 8th at Ironman, 11th at Washougal, 6th at Spring Creek, 7th at Redbud, 3rd at Southwick, 3rd at High Point, 3rd at Thunder Valley, 3rd at Hangtown, 16 at Fox Raceway.
Well, and I also think, too, though, that you got to factor this in, too, is that you look at those results and you go, okay, he's had one good moto. I think you also need to factor in, though, that this class is so damn inconsistent that it's like if you had a little bit of consistency, those thirds and fourths and fifths wouldn't be thirds and fourths and fifths.
They would all be third, second, third,
Yeah.
second, third, second, first, whatever, dude. Like I said, for the problem is he's a title guy. Or
He
he's
is.
supposed to be a title guy.
And next year it's going to amplify with Deegan being out of the class.
Yep.
It's like, dude, now you've
100%.
been in this class for how many years, and you've battled what? Oh, yeah, by the way, and it's not like, you could say, oh, he just hasn't beaten those dudes. You have on your record, you've beaten Jet Lawrence, you've beaten Hunter Lawrence, you've beaten Justin Cooper, RJ Hampshire, Hayden Deegan, all at 1 point straight up.
Yep.
And what are you doing?
Yep.
How are you not dominating?
Yep.
And then you tack on this year of how Supercross went, and then it just makes the year look even worse. And I don't care if people are like, well, he KO'd himself. That's his fault.
Yeah, I mean, I understand he had a big one, dude, but
But it's his fault,
You then
though.
took time off and came in, you recovered from it, went straight into outdoor testing, came in okay, cool, we're going to really do something outdoors, and you haven't, the problem is it's not you're a title guy.
And
That's
you're not
the
even
problem.
close.
And you're not even close.
Yeah,
you haven't been battling with Deegan and Joe.
And it's like the dude that has been known to have outdoor issues, and Seth Hamaker, you're hovering around the same spot. And then, by the way,
has a major health issue going on.
And by the way, you're actually also getting beat by your rookie teammate, and you're getting beat by a dude that is 30 pounds heavier than you,
Yeah.
that starts behind you probably every moto.
Uh-huh.
And let's also, and I want to go back to the Supercross thing. I understand he had a big one, and I'm glad he's okay. Let's also take into account that had he not won Detroit, and that's a whole different conversation, his results leading up to Daytona
Terrible.
were not good. So it's like you can only if you didn't look at the fact that he at least won a Supercross this year.
Yep.
This year is, and I don't say this normally, sucked.
Mm-hmm.
It has been
not been
terrible
great.
for him, and it's only going to get worse next year because it's like, oh yeah, by the way, Hayden Deegan's not here next year.
Yep.
Now what are you doing?
Now you're really expected to win.
And now also you look at the fact of, oh, your teammate in Garrett Marchbanks is finally figuring out his shit. He's finally becoming the guy that he was supposed to be. And then you add in the fact of your teammate Seth Hamaker probably is going to smoke you in Supercross if he rides like he did last year.
Yep.
What are you doing, bro? What are you doing? Because
Yep.
then your only other teammates, because I don't think Ty's going to be on that team next year.
No, Ty's out.
So then you look at the only two other dudes. It's a Drew Adams that didn't even get a full year of Supercross, and then a guy in Cam McAdoo that can't even finish 3 rounds.
Yep.
So it's like if those two dudes somehow get hurt, you're the worst dude on the team.
Yep. 100%.
Who would have ever thought that Levi Kitchen at any point would maybe be considered the worst dude on a factory team?
I don't know, man.
It's not good.
It's a rough year. It's
It's
rough,
not good.
rough
He's
year.
got to get it figured out.
Yep.
Because he can only do this for so much longer before he either A, stops getting paid decent money, or B, just doesn't get like a factory ride anymore.
Look, I'll be an internet expert here. I think he's burnt on training. I think
you
between
mean,
coming,
you mean he can't handle the Chase Sexton program?
yeah, I think between coming back from the injury and the training they do, I think he's burnt.
You think it has, even though they're with Peter Park, and we're not going to go down the Peter Park thing, but like you think it has anything to do with it? He tries to keep up with Chase during the week.
Yeah, I mean, I just think it's too much.
Because if he's trying to keep up with Chase, Levi, I hate to break it to you, you ain't ever going to keep up with Chase. in
I
training.
just think it's too much. I
Yeah,
think it's too
he's
much.
got a dude. As somebody who enjoys,
Call me an internet expert here. And
No, I don't think
everything,
you're
and
wrong.
and I'm sure that they're gonna either come after me in the comments or Kitchen will make some comment this week because he'll somehow hear this.
Look, dude,
Sorry.
I don't
It is
think
what it is, dude.
I don't think you're wrong. But as somebody that has been a Levi supporter since he went pro and talked about him as an amateur and thought he would do all these things, and I love watching Levi ride because he has a great style, and he seems like a great kid. I don't know him from Bob. Never really been around him. He seems like a great dude. Has a little bit of flair to him. He needs to figure this out.
I don't
quickly.
mind Kitchen. Like
Yeah.
I'm not upset with him. I'm just like, dude,
He needs
this
to
is
figure
a
it out.
disaster.
He needs to figure it out.
We're just calling balls and strikes here.
How many more years do you think he can do this before it goes?
Oh, if he has another year or two like this, I don't know, dude. Look at how many years Nate Thrasher's done this.
But Nate Thrasher, though, at least wins, but he's winning, though.
Won a race.
Yeah, I mean, won a race, true. But I don't think Nate's making as much as Levi is, though.
I don't know. But yeah, what a weird thing. Speaking of that, before we move on here with the internet experts, what do you think of AP's video?
I only read it. I didn't actually watch it.
He
was up front.
Yeah, I mean,
Good for him.
He was up front. He was very
Cortisol levels are low.
He was very specifically saying, like, everybody's out there saying I'm overtrained, blah, blah, blah. No, I have a sinus infection I thought I could ride through. Obviously, I couldn't, whatever. Okay, the transparency here that you're doing helps a lot, because most guys are just, oh, no, just whatever, you know.
But he got smoked.
Yeah.
He burned himself out.
Yeah.
I think anybody at Redbud could have saw that.
Yeah. And that,
Like, he smoked himself.
Yeah. And that's partially on you, too, brother.
Yeah, it's on you, man. Like, training, that is a you thing. You need to figure out your training. You're in control of it. He got smoked.
Yep.
But I'm glad he was upfront about it. He's like, hey, cortisol levels are low, this
Yep.
and that. We're working on that. But it's like, dude, you smoked yourself.
Yeah.
Like, anybody could have seen that. And you know what? Doesn't fucking surprise me with how hard he was trying to win motos.
Nope.
Like,
Not
dude,
at all.
he was going balls to the wall. He was going to a new level that he had never been at before.
Yep, to try to win.
And look, man, I respect the hell out of that. I really do. Because that is the one thing I will say about a lot of these kids. Sometimes they don't have the heart in them. They don't have a pit bull in them.
Yep.
AP, I don't think nobody will ever disagree with that. I think that he has a dog in him. But he smoked himself. He
Yep.
went to a level that, unfortunately, his body said, yeah, we're not going to do this.
Nope.
So, yeah, man, it's a bummer. He was having a hell of a year. I hope he's ready come Charlotte, because he ain't going to win anything. But I think that if he can get his shit figured out by here in Charlotte, which is unfortunate because it's only so many weeks away, he could be one of those guys that, like, you're probably not going to win a moto, but you can be on the box. It'll just be a bummer that if he has to miss the playoffs completely.
Yeah, 100%. Faulkner goes 11-10 for 9th. Okay.
Shit starts again, just working right through. But man, he's been trending up.
He is.
Getting better.
He's in the right direction here.
Yep.
Hammaker 9-12 for 10th. Again,
Just,
health issue.
Health issues, man.
Yeah.
It's just, it is what it is.
Yep.
Like, dude, he's doing Seth things, man, proving that, like, on any given lap, he can be the fastest dude in the 250 class in the
Yep.
world. But just, like, every time I see that, though, it just makes me like, it hurts me a little bit, because I'm like, man, then are people going to get all these expectations, like, oh, I threw it up on the board, he should win. And I knew yesterday, I'm like, this is not going to equate to a win for Seth. It's just not.
100%. Thrasher 13-11 for 11th. That's a very Nate Thrasher thing.
I mean, dude, he hasn't been great, but he's got bad starts. But at least yesterday, like when they showed him on screen, he was actually trying to move forward.
Yeah.
Where there's been times earlier this year where he's just like, I'm just gonna ride around.
Yeah. Jordan Smith 6-19 for 12.
Typical Jordan Smith day.
Typical Jordan Smith.
Gonna be a lot next year when he's on the 450.
Yep. Parker Ross 19-7 for 13th.
Probably just upset that his
summer of Parker Ross here.
Probably upset that his girlfriend's getting talked about more than him. If anybody doesn't know, Michaela Moto KK Nelson is his girlfriend. She kind of gets talked more than he does.
Julian Beaumare 15-13 for 14th.
Another dude that is transparent
and got smoked. Yeah.
Another transparent. He's like, hey man, like I thought I could ride through this. I hit my head. I was not okay.
Mm-hmm.
Which is also, especially with it being that, not really something you talk about. This is kind of, even though I'm pissed off still at him of how he handled the last round in Salt Lake, you got to give Juju credit. He pulled no punches, and he kind of did that through Supercross when he was struggling.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, hey, man, that's on me. Like, that has nothing to do with what's going on. It's on me. So, look, man, I like Juju. I love the fact that he's transparent. He's like, dude, I had more issues going on, and, like, I shouldn't have been out there.
Yep.
So, he'll I think we'll get it figured out by the time we get to playoffs.
I think so, too.
And I think he'll be frogging come playoffs.
Yeah, I think so, too. Ryder D, 17-15 for 15th.
I think Ryder D is a kid that's got some shit going on that he needs to get figured out because he is too damn talented to be getting 15th.
Jalik, my other best friend, 10-39 for 16th. Okay.
Did you guys say anything about him getting black flagged at Washougal?
Yeah, we talked about that.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, good decision, right? Did you agree?
Oh, yeah. He was out.
He's like, I need to get on the bike. Hey, no, you don't.
Yeah, and I don't give a shit what you say, dude, bro. I watched you lay there with your leg not moving. Sorry, you were out.
Yeah, you were out.
There was
bro.
zero going through your brain at that point. Yeah. Dylan Schwartz, 16-18 for 17th.
I mean, kind of did what Dylan does. Comes from like 40th and just works through the rest of the moto.
Michael Mosman, 12-40 for 18th. Crashed that second moto.
He got ran over in the second moto.
Yeah.
After I saw that, I'm like, ooh.
Avery Long, 40-14 for 19th. And Cade Johnson goes 34-16 for
first
21st.
one. That'll be his only one. He's not doing the other two nationals. He said he just wanted to get his feet wet. I think next weekend in the next two rounds, I think we will see Landon Gibson. I think Landon Gordon might be there and running the national.
Okay.
So I think there's going to be some future kids that are there. But, yeah, I mean, not bad. Qualified like 25th or 26th. Can we talk about the one factory rider that, again, hit the ground? That was making his return on a star bike.
Oh, Pierce Brown, dude. Have you heard what he hurt yesterday?
I think somebody said he hit his head. I don't know how true that is.
Well, it looked weird because it was
Well, it's kind of like
yeah.
he's kind of like looking around and he's like stumbling up, and obviously that could be many things. So I'm not saying he did. That's all I heard. I don't know if that's true. That's not what I'm claiming. I heard he hit his head. Dude, when I saw him on the ground, I'm like, dude, oh, this kid, man,
Yep.
this fucking kid. And when it made it even worse, top 5 in qualifying.
Mm-hmm. Look good.
Top 5 in qualifying.
Looked good, bro. Looked good.
I don't even know what to say about Pierce anymore. Like, what do you say about him? Like, winning the main, whether you want to say Max was catching or not, that's not the point. Winning the first main of the year, your first ride on Star, you come off from winning the last round of the playoffs.
Yeah.
You're winning the main.
Yep.
Ragdoll yourself into the ground.
Yep.
Miss the rest of Supercross.
Yep.
Come back healthy, put it on top 5 in the board in qualifying, crash in your first moto.
Yep.
Probably out for the rest of the year now.
Yep.
What am I supposed to do with that?
I don't know.
Dude, some of these kids, man, I just look at them and I go, I don't know if you should be riding a dirt bike anymore. I think you need to call her quits. Because I'm really starting to fear for Pierce's health that this is going to be like a Faulkner thing. Because all he does is hit the ground anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Like before, we would make the joke, Cole would make the joke down in the brown. But a lot of those crashes were like innocent tip overs, kind of like Chase Sexton-esque. Like, what are you doing, man?
Yep.
Now he's been hitting the ground hard.
Yep.
You can only hit the ground hard so many times before your body's just like, middle finger, bro. We're not doing this anymore.
Yep.
I don't like seeing these kids throw the rest of their lives away for something that is just not worth it.
No.
I understand, bro. This is all you've ever did. This is all you've ever wanted to do. Trust me. We all get it. But it is not worth either A, ending up in a wheelchair for the rest of your life.
Yep.
B, getting to the point you've had so many concussions that if you have kids, you can't handle your kids. Or C, and the worst option, and I'm not even going to say it, but we all know what it is.
Yep.
I don't want to see these kids do this, man.
Nope.
Every time I see one of these kids get up and they don't know where the fuck they're at, I've seen it too many times, man, and it just, I don't know. I just can't handle it. That's why I'm really glad that the AMA black flagged Jalik.
Yeah,
I'm
me
really
too.
glad they did.
Me too. Still took him like 3 or 4 laps to get off
Yeah.
the damn track because, he was fine.
But yeah, like, I don't know, man. I don't know. I really hope Pierce is okay. But if this happens one more time, I really hope, because his parents are very smart people, I really hope that he sits down with his parents. Well, that'll also bring me into, and we can just end it because I'm just going to keep going on with Pierce. Styles Robertson made the right decision, and he retired from racing. I'm actually happy about that. I am bummed because he was such a hot talent. But here's a kid that knew that, hey, man, I'm sick and tired of being hurt all the time.
Well, he couldn't do it anymore. His wrist is so
Yeah,
fucked.
but there's a lot of kids that would be like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm going to keep going until I have loose function in my arm. Styles, and this was something that Styles actually talked about when he was still a Husky.
Yeah.
That last time he got hurt before he switched to Star, he's like, dude, like, I don't
know if I want to keep going.
I don't know if I want to keep doing this.
Yeah, I remember that in that
and then,
video.
And then he kept getting hurt, and he's
Yep.
like, I'm glad he finally decided I can't do this anymore. I'm
Yep.
done with getting hurt. That's why I still don't understand how Jeffrey Hurlings, after all the injuries he's had, that this fucker still decides to keep racing. Dude, Jeffrey is like, he's like Iron Man.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I don't understand. Dude, he's going to be in so much pain when he's in his 60s.
Mhm.
Oh, my God.
Mhm.
You talk about Travis Pastrana being in pain. Jeffrey's probably going to be in close to the same amount of pain.
Yep.
Dude's not going to be able for it to rain outside, and he's going to be like, my shoulder.
My damn shoulder
My
hurt.
damn shoulder. Yeah, but no, man. I hope Pierce gets this figured out. He's a great kid. I'm also happy that Styles decided to call it a career. I wish more kids had the smarts to do this. Yeah, man, I don't know. I just don't want to see these kids just not have a life after racing. Because
Yeah.
you're only going to have a life racing for so long, and then you got to call it a career.
Yep. I agree. So, all right, that's been your 250 race recap brought to you by our friends at Flo Racing. Anything else you want to talk about before we leave? Politics, anything?
No. I guess since I haven't been on the show, but this is something I always do. What do you think happens at Unadilla this weekend? Think we get another Jet Chase battle? Because
No.
Jet also isn't great at Unadilla, though.
No, I think Jet's pissed. I think he wins both motos handily.
I don't know, man. He's never done that at Unadilla. Ever.
I think he wins both motos handily.
Okay. All right, cool. I got to disagree with that because the last couple rounds Chase has been there, and Jet's not good at Unadilla, but he's done it before, so he obviously could now.
Yeah, I understand. But Chase is going to blame the bike from last weekend. It's going to be a whole thing. Mentally, it's just going to be like...
We'll see. We'll see.
And then I think Deegan's like locked and loaded and just wins it
Okay.
just to finish this title off and call it a day.
All right. All right. I think Hayden goes 1-2, 2-1. And I think the same thing happens with Jet and Chase. I think one of them goes 1-2, 2-1, whatever. I think we get another split. I do believe that Jet and Chase finally get good starts together and absolutely dog walk the shit out of everybody else.
Yeah, that could be.
Like, I really think, because you talk about Jet being pissed, Chase has a little bit of confidence. Chase is really good at Unadilla. Jet is also good at Unadilla, but is also not one of his favorite tracks. I think if you add all of that into a recipe, I think there's a good chance both of them get a start, and they absolutely, like, RC stew this shit.
You mean like beat the third place by a
minute
plus?
Yeah, no, I really do. I really fucking do.
Like
I
what Deegan
almost...
and Shimoda did?
Yeah, I really do. I think they absolutely RC stew this shit, and they dog walk the hell out of Hunter and Eli, and they just go, we're just that much better than you guys.
I could see it.
I really do. Because it's not like they haven't done it before.
Yeah.
They did it in 2023.
Yeah.
Like, there was a couple times where they were like, had like 55 seconds on third.
Yeah.
So I totally see that happening. So, yeah, man, I think it's a good weekend of racing again. And the last thing I'll say is, God, I hope we see Cole Davies before the playoffs.
I thought we were going to see him this week.
He's back on the bike, and he's been
Yeah.
riding for a while. I think that I agree with Daniel. I think it'd be good to get at least your feet wet one round into outdoors.
Yeah.
But if he doesn't come back for the playoffs, he's going to be spicy.
Mm-hmm.
Spicy.
Mhm.
Because you know he ain't happy with how this year ended.
No.
He is going to be spicy. Can't wait for it.
Spicy meatball, baby.
Can't wait for it, dude. Because you
Yep.
know what? We're on the Cole Davies bandwagon.
Cole
over here.
Davies is my guy.
Cole Davies is my guy. God, that kid's great.
We need
And
to
I
make
just-
those. Hey, we need to make those T-shirts.
I don't know who that is.
That's. I don't need you to know who it is. I need a T-shirt that says Cole Davies is my guy.
And you know what on the back of it's going to have? Cole Davies with that sombrero on his head.
Yes.
I can design it. I just need some info.
I'll
We need
get
to
it
get that
you.
picture. Cole Davies is my guy, and it's just him with a sombrero on the back.
We can do that.
Oh,
Yeah, I got
great. And I will rock that shit all day long.
We will wear that T-shirt forever.
Yep. All right, man. That's all I got.
All right, cool. Well, this has been episode number 315. I want to thank everybody who's watching this on the replay. Thank you to you
Thank you.
members who joined in. Oh, I guess before we wrap, any other comments that we got? You have one fucking job to do, Seth.
I don't have enough screen space on here to have them both open.
3 fucking screens.
3. No, I can't see because it's members.
Yeah, so watch them. Unbelievable.
This
Are there
kid-
any fucking comments?
No.
Okay, great.
That turned into a whole thing.
All right. Thanks to members.
Thank you, guys.
Really appreciate you guys. I'm going to record a reaction show here. So if you've watched the reaction show and now watch this show, you know I recorded the reaction show after this. So thanks, everybody, for tuning in. Thanks to Rev X Products for presenting the show. Thanks to Coach Rob, Complete Racing Solutions, Gutter Works, Holster Co., TLR Coatings, Flo Racing, Alias MX, NANO XTREME. You didn't even have any painful takes tonight. I'm amazed.
No, we kind of
Not
agree with most
one
of it.
painful take
We kind
from
of
you.
agree with most of it.
Say something stupid so we can have a NANO XTREME painful take before we leave.
Jet Lawrence's undefeated season
That is
dumb.
a really fucking painful take.
You asked me.
Nano XTREME painful take of the night.
There we go.
Anyway, thanks to Alias MX. Thanks
Thanks,
to Dep
everybody.
Creative Co. Really appreciate everybody watching. Like, subscribe, comment, and we will see you guys next week. Unadilla wrap up.
See ya.
Later. Thanks for tuning into the Moto Aftermath Show. If you guys like the show, make sure to give us a thumbs up there with that like button. Also, make sure you subscribe and hit that bell notification so you never miss a show update, a live show, or anything that we're doing here, because when we find out news, we will be on here bringing you our thoughts with it. Also, if you guys want to help support the show, join our members area. You'll get member exclusives, including live shows. You get to watch the show being recorded live, and you'll get all sorts of other member benefits. So thanks, everybody, for tuning in. Join the members area, subscribe. We'll see you all on the next one.